it's Friday. TGIF, everyone.
It's a lot of joy in this room on a Friday.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah.
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
If that's
yeah. It's not mandatory.
Don't have to.
Freaking gorgeous out. What am I going to wear? Jeans?
Yeah, she's beauty.
First day of shorts this year.
First day? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
They were just buried in there, and I'm like, I had to find them, and then I'm like, you know what? Make the effort today.
Make the effort.
Make the effort.
Maybe this weekend. I haven't done it yet, and I'm very much a shorts guy.
You are a shorts guy. With calves like that, you're
Let them breathe. Got to let them breathe,
I
boys.
thought you'd be like an East Coaster, those guys that are rocking them in like January when it's -5.
I was buddies with bartenders in Buffalo.
Yeah,
year-round.
Year-round shorts.
Cargo shorts. Just
the crazy guy in Winnipeg till the Blue Bombers won the championship.
The guy got breast implants.
Pardon me?
Didn't the guy loses a bet about that?
Nice.
Bet365. Download the app, get in the game.
That's not
Official
in there.
partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, 19 or older.
And they're presenting the shows.
No, well, yeah, this. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Oh, about a little bit of super chat. We will raise a little bit of money here over the course of the show. It's kind of dependent on you guys, but whatever money comes in the super chat on the YouTube part of the program will go directly to the Youth Centers of Calgary as we launch into it here on a beautiful Friday. I was trying to find a parking spot.
How'd that go for you?
It's
Got to get here earlier, man.
okay. Thanks. It's not that it's the shits; it's that I don't get here early enough.
What happened?
It's been the shits
I
for
missed
2 years.
the last 2 minutes.
Coming down the back alley.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you
here?
can't turn right because it's like there's the gates, like big steel fences, and you can't go straight because it's the other back lane and it's off. So there's some old bird with her vest on.
Gladys?
Yeah. Gladys is telling me, you got to turn around. You turn this. You can. Do you think?
Is that right?
Sweetheart? So I can't go right or straight. You're right. I'm going to take a left here. Appreciate you standing here telling me I can't turn into the metal gate.
So tax dollars at work, Dan.
That's
So
a job.
stupid.
That's
So
clarity, and that
Oh, okay, great. Because I was going to drive into the deep hole.
Right.
that you've dug
That you've been
again.
digging
The
for
second
Get through it.
9 years.
I got my momentum. I might be able
feel
to.
like they need better equipment. They can't get it done with the shit they got. They got to go back.
I think that's it.
I think they're really good at digging and filling up holes.
I
I
might
just
puke. I
don't
got
know about the finishing stage.
Brian,
Opening statements from McLeod
can I?
Law.
Okay, well, this can be the opening.
Opening statements, McLeod Law. They
Bring
are
all
the
of
very
it.
best. Good, bad, and different. If you need legal assistance, it's only one place to go. That's McLeod Law. Calgary. They know it. They love it.
And Rhett reached out. Was it the drunk tank or what? What did you need McLeod Law for again? I'm trying to remember that. Is it,
Brian Zembick, a high-stakes gambler and magician as well. From Canada,
That's a
got
trustworthy guy.
implants after losing a bet in 1996. He agreed to receive the implants and keep them for 1 year to win a $100,000 bet from his friend Jobo. Zembick underwent the surgery in New York City, kept the implants for the year, and won the bet.
Did he keep them?
Despite becoming a celebrity for the usual wage,
so
Zembick still has the implants.
I knew it!
Almost 2 decades later.
How do you? You'd be playing with them all the
You
time.
bought all those shirts.
Good. You got the bras. All these new friends want to hang out with you.
Strutting around the house.
Jack's DMing you all day.
Yeah,
What am I going to
look
do
at
without all
me.
this attention? I need this attention.
Sorry for
Old Zembick. That
Yeah.
is something he'd do.
So this thing is you could either go to bet 365 and like put down like a couple toonies, or you could just make breast implant bets with your buddies. I mean,
$100
choice
grand.
is yours.
Like, who's coming through with that payday?
Hey, Jobo.
Jobu.
Think I won't do it?
6 figures, Joe Boo. Don't touch Joe Boo's rum.
We need rum.
Is he got an OnlyFans right now, you figured? Or what's he up to? Jack?
I believe we got Darren Dreger coming up in a bit.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We got lots to talk about.
Darren Dreger coming up.
I kind of feel for the Canucks in the sense that we should be full barrels, like absolutely just nuking that whole city. with what's happened in that organization, but we've been so busy with all these playoff games
So much.
and with
there's a lot going on.
obviously the second dynasty in Edmonton that we're trying to cover,
Right.
that I feel like we need to carve out a little time to talk about what the hell just happened in Vancouver. They're on their fourth coach in 4 years.
We can go there if you'd like.
I think we have to. It's a disaster.
All right.
Our buddies, Karis and Price, they have a show on our network in Vancouver.
Friends of the show.
Honestly, I love the boys. I've known them since they used to come to rookie camp in Penticton when I was working there. Great guys.
Whatever. Yeah.
You weren't in Penticton when I went on their show to Penticton's camp. Remember, I'm moving back to Calgary. I'm going to be doing more stuff.
Having you on as well, babbling away like you.
Oh, they were like Andre Kuzmenko, 30 goals plus 210. Do we like that bet? Love it. Got to hit the over.
Yeah, gotta hit
Welcome back, Pinder.
Gotta hit it.
What are we talking about?
But the show they did 2 days ago after that Jim Rutherford press conference was unbelievable. Like, we see dysfunction here. Every market sees it here and there. I don't know that it's been this bad in places outside of Buffalo in a long time.
Well, walk us through it. What the hell are you talking about?
They had a 1-year option on the head coach that they brought in to reset the culture, and they dangled the other coach, let him hang in the wind to try to get this coach in. And at the first chance he gets to leave, see ya. Besser's going to walk as a free agent. Quinn Hughes, the GM's openly talking about wanting to play with his brothers. He's got 2 years left. And their star goaltender that everything is supposed to be built around, he's up in a year and not healthy. They don't have a coach. The owner is meddling. And they went from 2 key players injured in a game 7 where they could have knocked off the Oilers to where are you even at? 11-6 for Elias Pettersson for the next 6 years.
It was a fall from grace.
House of Cards.
Yeah, a fall from grace. Amanda Marshall, that's who that was, I believe.
You want to give us a
95, 96-ish.
Amanda Marshall.
give a course for us?
I'm not super familiar. It's just you played a lot of Amanda Marshall because it was CanCon.
CanCon.
Yeah.
There's some CanCon merchants out there like Steamboat Annie by that was like a 2-minute 30-second song. If you needed one more CanCon song for the top of the hour, you could always squeeze that in.
Is it really?
Heart.
Yeah.
Must have been a recorded in Canada version or something. Maple, made, artist produced
and record label?
Yeah, label.
Something like that.
2 of the 4.
Jack,
CanCon.
these 2 are clowns. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Let's
go for
go.
a drink. It's nice out there.
for a
I'm
drink.
grumpy. I need
Settle
some-
down,
this is
Lethbridge.
Stupid.
Okay.
Opening statement.
Drink?
Sorry.
I can't.
Why not?
I have to drive today.
Yeah.
Indus?
Yes.
Friday Indus.
Sweet.
Southfish Creek,
Industry night.
aka Cardell, right?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Yeah, it's good. I don't know.
Well, if you want to support the sponsor.
It's Cardell.
It's also if
And
you
if they want to support
say
us,
the other one, I don't know where it is. It'll come
contact
out.
Yeah, contact us. Try and find us. You won't.
Good luck.
somebody might
To get in,
somewhere
get in
but
touch
not
with us. I'm not
us,
sure.
Probably
I hear there's people, but they're never here.
Is that right?
here. Like
People- we have
what do you mean by
people
here,
beyond Jack?
Calgary here, or
Just like in here in the room
I
or
don't
in
want
the
anyone
office.
in here.
Yeah.
I hate people.
Yeah, I know.
Your friend bus still full?
You know what? I don't know if I ever brought it up. Empty net goals. Big.
Empty net goals.
Why?
They really can have really kind of shut the door on the game. If you're up by a goal, you get an empty netter that puts you up by 2.
I don't find
It's like,
that-
okay. Drama kind of. The LA Kings really struggled at times in their series
with
against
that
Edmonton.
concept.
Look at Colorado last night. Now, Colorado, they're playing the Dallas Stars. They need a win, right? Dallas Stars are up. But how do you do it? The other team takes out their goalie, right? So the empty net. Sometimes it happens while the play is happening. Sometimes it's off a face-off. Okay, so
Okay.
no goalie in. Jack, you can press play anytime. Anytime.
He did.
Dallas Cowboy?
No, Cowboy,
Calgary
right?
Cowboys.
Old lineman?
Bucking Bronx. Anyway, we're playing lacrosse. They pulled their goalie. We didn't even bother.
Just held on to it?
We just ran it around.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure I'm buying your bullshit.
Well, lacrosse is a little different.
Here's
a
the
little more of a
question.
possession deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what if Manson, the whole new philosophy is shoot from anywhere, anytime,
Yeah, it is.
right? It's like,
Especially if it's like you got your face-off guy out there. You're like, we're 50-50 to win a draw. If we got a 20% chance to hit the net, you can run the numbers. It's
50% and then 20%. Run the numbers. Right?
I will. Jack, help me out. But are we? Obviously, somebody has run the numbers.
Well, we see earlier polls because some nerds wrote some like deep university documents about it 10 years ago. We saw a poll of 4 minutes last night from LA, and that you'd never have seen that 20 years ago. It's because people do the math.
That's always if you're one of the players and your coach pulls the goalie with 4 left. It's like you have no hope.
We're cooked.
You know we're fucked.
We're done, huh?
Yeah, except when Edmonton does it and always works.
If we do 5-on-5 with you, bunch of jokers, for the next 3 or 4 minutes, we're not scoring. So this is my only hope is if we pull our goalie now to give you bunch of asshats.
Yeah, you guys
maybe a chance with an extra
maybe
skater.
could score with 6.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but maybe.
Boy, LA, they
Let's not talk. What do we?
that was a bad
we already moved on.
coach's challenge.
We knew yesterday. We moved on.
Bad challenge.
Dean.
Yeah.
Shift your focus.
Shift your
Shift your
focus.
focus. Okay, we'll shift it.
Shift your
Yeah,
focus.
we'll shift it. Remember on the show yesterday, you had said,
What?
you know what? You go across sports,
Yeah.
winning 4 in a
Hard to
row.
win 4 in a row.
4 in a row, that's friggin' hard to do.
Yeah.
Oilers did it in the series and over the last 4 years.
And all 4 wins in the series that were consecutive.
Shift your focus. I'm not talking about this bullshit. Let's go.
They were all comebacks, Dean, too. How about that? All 4.
Jack, you feel terrible for the Wild. They played their hearts out, just couldn't get that goal. God. So
They're going to
close.
be a team to be reckoned with that 15 million that's coming out from under the couch for next year.
I didn't feel too bad for them. I think that's about what they are.
Yeah. I
was just
thought they
shifting
could have
focus.
deserved better with how hard they worked, but that's an impressive.
tight series. Tight series.
Tight series.
Remember, they needed to win their last game to get in.
Eichel's good right now. Eh?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Gonna need them.
Vegas won 3 straight in that series. They move on.
Wonder if they can win 4.
Okay,
It's very hard.
won 3 in a row. Make it 7 in a row. Could we do that?
Sens couldn't win 4 in a row. Could win 3 in a row.
No. I think the players were cool and the fan base was in their pants yesterday, but the Leafs did it. They took care of what they need to do.
They sure did.
They moved Pacioretty up to the second line, rewarded them with a big goal.
And hey, good job for the Sens, eh?
Was it?
In what regard?
Sure. Got to the playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in
Didn't
now.
back their way in. They were a
No.
good team. Deserved to be there.
Young
Put a bit of a
up-and-comers.
scare into the Leafs to what
Down
degree?
3-0. They fought hard. They didn't quit, and they'll be better next year.
3 overtime games in a row.
Yeah.
GD.
That owner is fiery too. You see him in the
Sure,
box, zipping stuff.
He's awesome.
Hey, Jack, where were you in 2017?
Yeah, Jack.
That's the last time the Sens made the
Jail?
playoffs prior to
In
this year.
jail,
Where were
Jack?
I
you?
was just finishing high school.
out of
Yeah,
jail.
see?
You know,
Why are you in jail in high school?
Drunk tank.
You
Juvie?
didn't graduate, though, right?
no.
That's where you ended up. You think he graduated?
Gonna say it's
There's no way you graduated.
I think
though.
we got quorum in the room on not graduating.
Yeah. This is your achievement
Oh,
after
dear.
graduating? I don't think so.
Nah.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, hey,
I
Avs
couldn't-
staved. One staver.
There's only one staver. That's the only. That's a big issue that came out of last night.
You mentioned the empty net goals. Nylander, he had one.
Another, yeah.
Well done.
Had to work hard to get it.
Good stuff.
Made sure. Didn't just kind of
Nope.
willy-nilly it.
Wee Willie.
I guess he did willy.
That's
Wee Willie
pretty
Nylander.
cheeky there.
Willy.
Yeah.
Maybe a boo or a shovel.
That's
All right.
fine.
Yeah, one staver. You were gung ho for
Wow,
game
can you
sevens.
imagine?
We want as many as we can get. Brett said it. It was not a trick question. How many game sevens do you want? All of them. That's what you want.
Yeah.
We got 1 out of 4. I was hoping 2. 2 felt pretty comfortable.
I got a feeling that we're going to get one more. Game 7.
Oh, we still could have another. Yeah,
Yeah,
tonight we'll
man.
find out.
I got a feeling. Hooked on
I
a
got
feeling.
a
too.
feeling.
I got you, dude. That's a great song.
It is a good.
And you know
song.
what? You don't hear it enough.
No, you don't.
Problem with it is it doesn't get stuck in your head, so you do have to go seek it out again.
You know what? It's stuck in my head. There's an ad on the radio which no one should listen to.
The radio or the ad?
Probably both.
Oh, actually, there's one ad I just can't listen to. It is on repeat.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember it.
Good.
Sorry.
Thanks, Rhett.
Great talk.
CT.
So the Avalanche get 2 empty net goals,
You need a
so that's
CT
nice.
drop.
and then the Stars put 1 in their own net.
What?
Not ideal.
So it was a great night for Colorado.
Dallas put 1 in their own net.
But my goalie.
Yeah. It, proved
Thanks
to be,
for nothing.
proved to be the game winner.
Rantanen's good.
Yeah, Rantanen.
Natchez hit the post.
He was buzzing.
Buzzing, buddy.
McCarr scored, Dean.
Yeah, he did.
Empty net.
He should have
You know who I think looked good? Dave's boy,
Which Dave?
Gagne.
Manson.
Oh,
He scored. And he hit the post.
yeah, he did.
He ripped one.
It was 4-3 Dallas
Sure was.
after 2 periods of play.
This was a wild back and forth game because it was 2-0 Avs to start.
Yeah.
Swinging back and forth.
Cam Moon told me that the Oilers game was very erratic as well.
Erotic?
Erotic? Yep.
Cam's
Well, for Oilers fans, it probably was. Like, that's how steamy they get. About the team.
Oh, yeah. Tuck it under the belt up there last night. Yikes.
Should reach out to him.
No.
Talk about anything
God.
other than.
They we have done that in the past.
We should shift his focus.
The team that he works for
Oh, they won't allow it?
doesn't allow him to come on
Because I used to say
this show.
Oilers
Used to.
suck.
No, well, I mean, maybe it's hard to say.
They're very,
Either
very
way,
sensitive up there. The
Yeah.
billionaires in their ivory castles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a no-fly zone.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
would fly in Edmonton.
As much as I love Mooner. Yeah, they won't allow it because we're the
There was
bad boys of podcasting.
Oh, well,
Sam
hit
Steele was number 18 there that decided to shoot it in off his pal.
Shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't.
Oh, God, my CTE is really bad today.
Is
Yeah, I
it?
noticed,
Is it
yeah.
flaring up?
Very bad.
Oh, dear.
There's got to be inflammation. Just
Can Crystal Waters help with that?
Well, maybe. Could they cool off the water and just
That's
soak
right.
my head in it?
Oh,
Shaq
Almost
cooling
had
you
to
down.
call Crystal Waters. The dishwasher wouldn't turn on
no.
today.
what?
Good God Almighty!
You tried to turn on the dishwasher.
I didn't, but somebody
Hey,
did.
baby.
Hey, this thing's not working. What the hell you want me to do about it?
Do I look like Crystal Waters? Huh?
Call.
Am I the guardian of your home's mechanical heart? Is that me?
CrystalClearCalgary.com. Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. Right now for the next month. Promotions, some HVAC promotions on the go, preventative maintenance, tune. That's what you need. Before things go wrong, you get your preventative maintenance done, your furnace, your AC, and especially your air conditioner, because you're going to be just flipping that switch.
I was going to turn that on
26.
today. I should reach out to them and say, what do I need to do? Is there
That's right.
'Cause they put in new ones last year.
Yeah.
Like, but do I need to do different? What do I got to do?
You're going to save right now for the next month on your
Stave?
AC or furnace, but certainly in this case, your air conditioner tune-up, CrystalClearCalgary.com. Crystal Waters, your crystal clear choice. We go to the Insider Hotline and check in with TSN Hockey Insider and our bud Darren Dreger. Hello, Dregs. How we doing, buddy?
Hey, not bad. I wore this T-shirt. Just
Yes.
I think Rhett especially would appreciate that.
Oh God, that's beautiful. I'm going. You want to go? I was telling the boys
Isn't
about
that something else?
That's Thunder Bay?
Yeah. So just outside Cam River, I believe it is, but it is the Superior International Junior Hockey League. So it's
Gotcha.
a legit league. That's a legit logo. They're a legit team. I think they're in the finals right now. But that might be
one of the
it's
best.
the best hockey logo I think I've ever seen.
Didn't the Broncos do a fish,
Yeah,
a
they-
one-off thing?
I think they did. Yeah. I
They
think
call
they
it
did.
the Diefenbaker something sharks or whatever.
Yeah, Slew Sharks.
Slew sharks.
I went online yesterday because I thought, you know what? Like I bought it in Thunder Bay. My daughter lives in Thunder Bay, so we were there last weekend. And I went to the Sleeping Giant Brewery. Why wouldn't I? I mean,
Sure.
that's where I went.
Yeah.
And they had all this merch, all this swag there. And so I purchased the shirt and then came back home and went, you know what? You know, I'm part of a big golf tournament in Manitoba. I mean, they would just love that kind of stuff. You can't get it. It's sold out. It honestly, it's like you guys, man. Your stuff just as soon as it's in, it's out the door.
Yeah.
You got stuff?
Yeah. It's almost like we have nothing in the first place.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
like a,
and
So
I know
it's
the
so
feeling.
rare.
shelves aren't there. We never had shelves.
Yeah, so rare.
Yeah.
Well, we were really kind of crossing our fingers looking for some game sevens going into yesterday. We get one out of the group. Thank you, Colorado.
And probably the most likely one if you'd have.
Yeah, probably the most
Probably.
likely.
That's the one before. You would have been like,
Yeah.
let's get 7 there.
We were really kind of hoping for some puckering specifically in Edmonton and Toronto, but
I bet you were.
I guess not so much. Is
Yeah.
no,
hold on. There was some puckering in Toronto, especially. There's no doubt about that.
So we were talking about it. Was it the fan base or was it the actual team? Who was
the
pucking?
fan base, and certain media and some of the loudest voices in the market. That's fine. I mean, that's what we do. We dissect, we analyze. But as was pointed out to me by a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs staff earlier today, I mean, Ottawa has developed differently than Calgary, but has become one of Canada's favorite teams because you can see they're on the rise. They've got Brady. They play with that determination. Travis Green is a terrific coach. There's lots of pieces in that Ottawa lineup that you can look at and go, okay, yeah, they've got a real nice nucleus to build with. But then you look at how many years these guys have been in the league and you go, okay, hold on a sec. Brady's been there a while, and Tim Stützle, Batherson, these guys, they've been here a while, and there's celebration around Ottawa getting to the playoffs, locking down the spot, and then losing in 6 games to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And in fairness, under Matthews, the core four's leadership in Toronto, they make the playoffs. They just don't hang around for very long. So there is an unfair criticism, or was. Maybe not anymore, because it is up to Austin Matthews and that group to find a way. And man, do they have a mountain to climb with the Florida Panthers coming up to start the week. So I think Toronto feels good about getting past Ottawa, but everybody here recognizes that the job is far from done.
If I'm correct, it was 2 years ago they beat Tampa in round 1. They finally get over the hump.
Yep.
And the fans were chanting like, "We want the Panthers," or "Bring on Florida." I was like,
there's no chanting of that.
Careful, boys.
No, there's none of that.
No, there was no chanting of that last night. And it is like, okay, so the core 4 of the Maple Leafs, they showed up. Willie Nylander, he's just one of those guys that does find the moments, right? He'll have legs in his game, or looks like he's just kind of floating and drifting out there, and then all of a sudden, boom, he finds a way to put the puck in the net. I thought it was interesting. Craig Berube just commending his captain, Austin Matthews, post-game. Thought he was brilliant in that deciding game. I thought he was better. I thought he was good, if not pretty good. But my brain goes to, all right, well, up next is Barkov and Marchand and Reinhart and Verhaeghe and Matthews and pretty good isn't going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Matthews did not have a dominant game in that 6-game series. Now, Berube probably looks at it through a different lens than I do, right? He's looking at it and going, okay, well, off the draw, he was good. Set the tone early. There was a bit of physicality in his start as well. He scores the goal. He's got the bench alive, all of those things. And that's fair. I mean, that's what he wants to see in any of his leaders. But I didn't see one time, and I'm not being specific to Matthews, I guess I am, but any of those guys, no one threw the team on their back in this series against Ottawa, and it feels like collectively they're going to have to do that against Florida to survive.
It's a bit of psychologist at play, I think, when you have a team. We use the scar tissue, right? Someone like Berube, Matthews was so good. He was great. Well, was he, or is that you got to keep some spirits and keep some emotions and confidence levels up.
Yeah. I'm with you. But you know what? This again, I'm a disciple of Craig Berube and how he manages his players and how he coaches. It's old school, but his communication is excellent, especially one-on-one. And how he handles the media doesn't always like it because he'll pull the curtain open a little bit, but he never fully opens the curtains, and he doesn't give you a whole lot. He gives you something, but not a whole lot. But nor is he laying in bed at night going, ooh, geez, the Canadian media, they're out to get me here. Not even a little bit. He doesn't give a rat's ass about what any of us think or say. And then furthermore, and I don't know why I want to think of Sheldon Keefe when I say this, but I do, as head coach then of the Toronto Maple Leafs, would Sheldon have had the intestinal fortitude, the gonads, to go, all right, I could bring Nick Robertson into the lineup again, and I could sit Max Pacioretty because for the last 2 games he's looked tired. Maybe we get a bit of a bump from Robertson. No. Instead, he goes, my gut tells me that this experienced veteran guy has a lot more to give. So I'm going to give him a bigger piece. And he starts him with Tavares and Nylander. And Max Pacioretty had a hell of a game in Game 6. Great assist on the Nylander goal, and then obviously scores the series winner. I mean, that might seem like an easy decision for a coach to make, but really, is it? You go from a guy who most of us thought was going to be a healthy scratch in Pacioretty in favor of Robertson, and instead the coach elevates him because he feels like, no, he's a big body, he's got experience, and I think he has more to deliver.
Yeah, those are good when they work, isn't it?
Well,
Right. And I don't disagree because, of course, yeah, you're feeling pretty good if you're Berube maybe having a pop after the game. It's like, well,
That's our boy.
but I think the biggest point is that he doesn't care what you think, even if it didn't work out the way
Zero.
it did.
No.
Yeah, and if he puts
So
Robertson and he scores, we're saying the same thing about Berube. Oh, what's great work, coach. We don't get to see the alternative universe.
No.
But look, Pacioretty is a guy that we didn't like. He's lost most of the last 3 years. He's hardly played. Take some stones, right?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Is the lineup better?
Across the board?
The total rosters, it's better and deeper and more equipped to deal with a team like Florida.
100%, right? And you know, even though sometimes the deals that you're not forced to make, but you make as a plan B or a plan C around the trade deadline are the ones that work out. You know, so how many times historically have we looked at, okay, this team makes a big splash, brings in the sexy rental, and it just doesn't play. It doesn't pan out for a myriad of reasons. In this case, I mean, of course, Scott Laughton was on their list, but he wasn't top of list. You know, they were waiting on Braden Shen. They had some interest in Brock Nelson. They had some interest in some other pieces. And then there was Scott Laughton. So when all the other pieces fall out of favor, all right, well, you make the deal with Scott Laughton. Did they overpay? Yeah, probably a little bit. But that also allowed them then to pivot to Brandon Carlo and make that deal where otherwise they wouldn't have been able to do. Brandon Carlo, he's one of those dudes, man, that just goes about his business and stabilizes, settles everything down. You know, he had an opportunity to score last night. I mean, nobody who knows anything about Brandon Carlo thought he was going to put the puck in the net. The fact that he hit the net, I think, was more surprising.
He's like another Tanev, isn't he?
Huh?
He's like another Tanev. Like those
Pretty
two
much.
guys weren't there last year, and those are guys at this time of year, they're just wet blankets on the other team's offense.
And throw OEL into that mix too.
Sure,
people were grumpy that Treliving gave OEL the term. He gave Tanev what he gave him. You know what Brad Treliving's thinking was? I need those two guys and the experience that they're going to give me right now for this season and for next season. I'm not worrying about anything after that. You know, yeah, I'll have to deal with some contract stuff, but that's the role of being a general manager, especially on a cap team. So in answer to your question, Rhett, they're way better defensively. You know, Scott Laughton makes a key shot block that leads to Nylander's second goal, the empty netter. I mean, they didn't acquire him to be a fourth line guy, but he's a perfect fit with Steven Lorenz on that fourth line. So they're a tougher team to play against. I looked at the depth overall of Florida and I'm like, eesh, I don't know, man. If Florida plays against Toronto the way they played against Tampa Bay, Toronto needs everybody to elevate in a big, big way. Not just a little bit, in a big, big way.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the series they played 2 years ago, I actually thought Toronto outplayed them a bunch, but Bob just went unconscious.
Yeah.
He was like
950
that's right. For a month there, and that steamrolled them through the second and third round. Like,
yeah,
Leafs fans be like, oh, we got dusted. Like, it's like, well, you actually played pretty well in that series, I thought.
they did.
So it just has the best goalie. That's the key now.
Yeah. And so here's another comment made, and you know, it's up to you guys. We can move on whenever you feel like it. But Anthony Stolarz made a comment going into Game 6, but it wasn't yesterday. It was like the day before. And his impression of the Ottawa Senators was, so far they've been willing to lay it all on the line, and we haven't got to that point yet.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that from him, I mean, when you hear that from any player,
Yeah,
that gets
anyone
your
on the
attention.
roster.
But the fact it comes from a guy who had a front row seat to watch the Florida Panthers, help the Florida Panthers win a Stanley Cup,
He knows.
and knows exactly what the ingredients are, for him to say that, I mean, I went, ooh, okay. So maybe they did lay it on the line in Game 6. I don't know, but he is an invaluable resource. Hey, when Toronto signed him, the first thing Paul Maurice said to me was, "Oh boy, did they get a character dude in him?" And they were, Florida, the people that know Stolarz are happy that he got the opportunity. But Paul said that's going to leave a huge hole in our dressing room because of just how good he is. So again, we'll see whether or not anyone in that room who's a player of consequence is listening to him, but they've got to bring it all.
Okay, so we got a Game 6 tonight in a homer series. The Blues and Jets perfect at home. What have you seen so far? What do you expect? Or is it a fool's errand to try to guess what's going to happen next in this series? Because we've really been feeling quite differently after Game 2 in Winnipeg and after Game 4 in St. Louis.
Well, the only thing I expect is that, the St. Louis Blues on home ice are going to bring everything they have. And what that looks like is what we've seen pretty much through every game to start this series. Guys like Braden Shin just running everything in sight. And that's a tough game to sustain. And St. Louis got worn down in the first two, but then took advantage of the matchups in games 3 and 4 in St. Louis. I thought Jim Montgomery did a superb job of how he managed his lineup, particularly in both of the back halves of games 3 and game 4. So it shifts back to Winnipeg. Winnipeg clicks into their structure. I would say Connor Hellebuyck was better, not marginally better, but he was better, and he knew he had to be better. For me in St. Louis to close this series, I think Hellebuck's going to have to steal one. I do. And isn't that obvious, I guess? Mark Scheifele, we know, isn't available. So, based on what we're hearing, that there could be some head-related issues there. You do wonder about Sunday in Game 7 if the Blues are able to sneak one out here. But I'm less, if I were a Jets fan, I'd be less concerned with not having Mark Scheifele there, even though obviously he's a key contributor, to a concern over what Connor Hellebuyck is going to surface in this game tonight. Is it going to be the guy in the regular season where we see almost single-handedly steals games? Or is it going to be the guy in the postseason that if the structure breaks down, he hasn't been there to slam that door shut? And that's the guy they need. So we'll see.
Haven't seen much of that guy in the playoffs the last few years. It's been few and far
Any
between.
playoffs.
We talked about it yesterday. We showed the highlights, the hit by Shen on Scheifele.
I thought it was a major. I did. Marginal, but I thought it was a major. I didn't think it was beyond that. I loved, the showmanship after the fact. Like Monty wasn't sure. He was not sure what was going down. So when he made it clear that Mark Scheifele did not get hurt by the hit of Braden Shen, it was the Radek Faksa hit. That was Montgomery basically telling the world, okay, get the message out because we're worried that George Parros is going to call up Braden Shen. So let's shift our attention over to this hit because that's actually the one that hurt him. And the truth is, it was probably a combination, right? So I had someone close to the series tell me, just take a look at, and I'm not taking anything away from Braden Shen because he has been a physical specimen in this series. He really has been. Somebody said, why don't you, if you can track maybe 15 of his hits in this series, let us know what you think. And I looked and there's a number of them where he leaves his feet. Yeah. That's
why I'm surprised he didn't do anything, Dregs, because that's not the type of hit you want to encourage, even if it's just one of those $5,000 parking tickets.
Yeah.
Well, and especially now because it worked brilliantly for St. Louis.
Yeah.
Scheifele is out and there was no discipline. So,
well, and look, they're handing out fines for this guy mucking around in warm up and this guy being a jerk in warm up and all of that. Honestly, I think that's what frustrates teams more than anything is, okay, really? We're charging teams $25,000 because
why can't they just have a mandate that the home team gets to go off last?
Yeah, and you have a certain amount of time to get the hell off the ice. Like Mark Scheifele shouldn't be able to spend an extra 7 minutes out there or whatever it is. I understand that. But are we really, that's where angst is drawn, is to warm up, and we're disciplining teams and individual players financially because of the warm up when guys are getting tagged like that? I honestly, I'm glad I'm not in hockey ops or ownership, man, I'd lose my marbles on a daily basis with some of the
Like
stuff.
if a team shot a puck through the side of the net and it went in, and it counted. That would upset you.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, just like
Oh.
that. Yeah, that one hurts.
Exactly
I get it.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and not to backtrack here a little bit, but this is the conspiracy mind that I have. So you guys watched the Toronto-Ottawa game last night, and the news early was that, ooh, geez, the Leafs screwed up their lineup card, right? Well, okay, but it was blown out of proportion. So I'll quickly explain what happened. Yeah, they screwed it up, but they initially hit enter in submitting as they were just building the lineup. They recognized it, and they quickly alerted the off-ice officials like 10, 15 minutes before puck drop, say, hey, sorry, we hit send too quick. We made a mistake. We need to change that. All right, no problem. The on-ice official says, okay, we'll fix it. No issue. Well, how does it all of a sudden appear on a major network carrying the game? Like a picture of the screwed up lineup, and really no exact explanation of what went on. I think Elliot, who's a fantastic reporter, good friend, said that the officials made the correction. Well, that's not really the way it played out. It was the Leafs recognizing that there was a premature send. But I guess my conspiracy theory is, how does that picture or that slide, or call it whatever you will, of Alex Nylander
that out?
Yeah.
Well, how does that get public?
Yeah.
Where's that coming from? So anyway, that's I mean, we were amused by it, of course, but
Do you have a thought on the Game 7 we're going to get Saturday? I believe it's 6 p.m. Dallas, Colorado, because that series has been tasty.
Well, so I want to look at who isn't there, and of course Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson, and I feel like in a Game 7 winner take all, that those two omissions could prove very costly. And if Colorado comes out flying like we expect that they will, the speed of the Avs is going to be a problem. Dallas doesn't love that type of game. Now, is there a goaltending mismatch? Not a mismatch, but I think I'm willing to give the edge to Ottinger. I think that's fair. But there's something about this kid that always draws my attention, and I feel like he's at a place in his really young career to be a difference maker, and that's Wyatt Johnston. I think that this kid could have himself a game, and if he does, and they're sure going to need it, then Dallas has a real chance. But he's only one guy, right? And then you look at all the talent on the other side. Cale Makar has only had an okay series, I think, just okay.
First
by his
game
standards.
first goal last night. He only had 2 or 3 points for the first 5 games.
Yeah. So by his standards, that's a subpar sort of performance in the playoffs for Cale. So good luck betting on this guy. And I know you guys, you put the big dollars down. Like Boomer, his account is busting.
That's a huge unit. He's putting massive amounts of money down every day.
Huge unit play. It just kind of, it popped into my mind, and I believe the year was 1993 when Marty McSorley of the LA Kings got dinged with an illegal stick in the playoffs, and it ended up costing them their playoff lives. Kind of a bad play by the LA Kings, kind of a dumb one. And here we are, 2025, and a coaching challenge gone awry feels again like another series pivoting move for the LA Kings that has ended their playoff this year. It's hard. There's more to it, way more to it. But at that point, you felt it was a week ago Friday. Kings were up 2-0 1 week ago right now.
Dominating through 40.
And after that challenge, it was never the same.
Yeah, a couple of gaffes, right, that are identifiable and obvious. And that was one. And then Quentin Byfield just turning the puck over. I mean, feel bad for that kid, but he's never going to do that again, just ever. But I do wonder, and I always hold myself back from, we can all criticize because we watch the game closely. But I'm careful in being overly critical of coaching. But I do wonder why they went to such a shortened bench so early. Yeah. Like, they ran their defense right into the ground in the first 10, 3, 4, or 5 games. They went with 4 essentially. I mean, Adrian Kempe was playing defense at one point, and then their top 9 forwards. And that felt like that gave the Oilers the momentum shift they were waiting for and needing. And then all of a sudden, it's not just McDavid and Draisaitl. You know, you've got Evander Kane back in hockey, and you know he's capable, more than capable. You know, Trent Frederick, who I happen to like a lot. I mean, he comes into play, and then Nuge wakes up, and Hyman, and all of these other pieces now are contributing, and it just shifted very, very quickly. So there's, you know, look, in my business, I try and keep an eye on where I think change is inevitable. And that might be a bit of a stretch in looking at Los Angeles, but it has a feel to it of that. And maybe it's not just Jim Hiller. And look, maybe they fully endorse and support Hiller, who's a nice man. But let's say a John Cooper were to pop into the scene. I don't know. I mean, Coopson's been in Tampa Bay forever. You know, he's got an incredibly decorated resume. Maybe like Mike Sullivan, he goes, you know what? It feels like this group needs a different voice. And maybe, you know, Brass at Tampa go, all right, okay, let's like it that's
feel
where
that way to you, because it does to me.
Well,
it does. That's how it feels to me. It does. But
Are we talking Tampa or LA or
Tampa.
both? Yeah.
because
Well,
Breeze
both.
came out this morning and got the vote of confidence for Cooper. So that's just in the last couple hours. So
Yeah. No,
we
and
talked
that's
about
fair.
potentially happening, but I don't know how much terms left there either.
1 year.
It does feel
1
like it's
year.
going to go ahead.
Yeah. And look, you know, again, when decisions like that are incredibly hard to make, you know, a day or two after you've just been eliminated. I mean, there's just too much emotion in it. So I'm not reporting, even broadly speculating. I'm wondering. That's what I'm doing. But think back to when Gerard Gallant was a pretty good coach for the Vegas Golden Knights until Pete DeBoer was available. Poof, you're gone. We're bringing in Pete DeBoer, right? You know, the whole Mike Sullivan mutual parting of the ways. I mean, come on. I think everybody knew that there was probably a deal that was essentially cooked, right? So that's when I look and think of change in LA, you know, if John Cooper were to be available, then that might come at Jim Hiller's expense, and that would make sense.
Yeah, and it reminds me of Jim Montgomery coming to St. Louis, doesn't it? To you, like Drew Bannister was probably a fine coach, but clearly one
Good coach. Yep, absolutely.
Is there anyone else in that? Because I don't know. He's the same coach that they had a great season. And if the goalie who allowed 5 or more goals twice in the regular season doesn't do it 3 times in 6 games, then maybe Jim Hiller's a better coach. But it just feels like a lot of things there's a lot of things you can criticize the coach that I do feel had a direct impact on the series. And if I'm upstairs, and there's some other bigger name coaches potentially available, Cooper would be obviously at the top of that list if he did. But even that,
It's a fair
I
conversation.
might be sniffing around to see, well, what potentially is out there.
Well, right. And now, as you say that, Boomer, I'm thinking of Rick Tocchet, right? And I know the Vancouver Canucks next week are going to aggressively start getting at their coaching list. I mean, I know that they put some names down on paper, and you know, it ranges from basically everything. Manny Malhotra, who's in the American League, you know, to some more experienced guys in the NHL, assistant coaches and all that. But what about Rick Tocchet? I mean, you know, the assumption is that he wants to get back to Eastern USA, and that would be Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. But you know, are we certain he wants to coach? And I'm not. Maybe, you know, what's wrong with taking a temporary reprieve? And maybe that's for a year. He could slide right back onto that TNT panel, probably make big bucks doing that. His life is way more manageable, and that matters to talk. It does. It really does. Like, he was emotionally burned out.
Stress levels deteriorate. Noodle says that all the time. Like,
Oh,
I want to coach and I leave the rink and it's over.
Yeah.
I don't need to be lying in bed till 3, 4, 5 in the morning going,
Yeah. And look, most people, you know, Joe Blow doesn't have the same sort of comparative decision to make, right? Like, okay, Rick Tocchet could probably make $4.5, $5 million a year as a coach, somewhere in there, right? You know, to coach in Philly, or I don't know what Kyle Dubas is going to do in Pittsburgh. But he's not making chump change going back to TNT. You know,
well, you can do it forever.
Can do it forever. And you
Which
can
is the perfect opening, right?
you're working 2 days a week, until the playoffs, and then you're working, but you're playing golf, you're looking after your family, and you're living. If that's what Tocchet decides, he's going to get the slow golf clap from me, because that tells me that there's a man who's got his priorities straight. Now, I say that, and would I be surprised if all of a sudden Danny Briere goes, okay, I have permission now from the Canucks, which as of last night, no one had called yet to seek permission. They will. You know, and Philadelphia puts a 5-year deal at $5 million per on the table. Well, 25 schmil is a big ticket to push away from. So we'll see. That story is to be told yet.
We keep waiting for those offers to, like, we've got a table here. You can't see it, but eventually someone's shoving one of the across.
We got pens, we got blank
we're
contracts just ready
to sign.
You guys got to come up with your own hooch.
No one's
what is it?
Speaking of that,
Barn burner brandy. What do you got?
Last one for me,
German.
just a thought on the Canucks. So a year ago, they're up 3-2 on the Oilers. They did it without their starting goaltender, who is one of the best goaltenders on the planet when he was right. And they played a game 7 without Brock Besser. A year later, the guy they let Bruce Boudreau flap in the wind for to set their culture has elected to, rather than take top of market money to stay, he's gone. They've traded JT Miller, who got in a huge spat. The GM keeps referencing that was not insignificant. Elias Pettersson is not like anywhere near an $11.6 million player. Besser's can walk. You're a year away from Denko UFA. His health remains a question mark. And oh, by the way, Quinn Hughes wants to play with his brothers per GM. Like,
other than that,
is this full-blown rebuild? What are we doing here?
Feels like
other than that,
the question, but
it's night and day from a year ago, safe to say, right?
I hear you. And I wonder how much of that factors in to Rick Tocchet's decision as well, right? I mean, you don't know how the negotiation is going to go with Thatcher Demko. Like, if Demko doesn't like it, he can flat out say, I'm not signing. I mean, I'm happy to play out the year of my contract. Obviously, I'm happy to do that. But I'm telling you right here, right now, I'm not signing. So if you want to get something in return, you might be best off to trade me this summer.
What's he
this summer? That's what we're talking about.
Contract. He hasn't been healthy for a year and a half.
You'd be surprised, man.
Like, you can put a number on that real easily.
Well, what did Colorado do with their goal? 4 games in, and it was a 5-year deal.
But not a Demko money. He would be asking.
I mean, you'd need them. You'd need the medical data and all of the information before. But nah, he's highly, highly regarded. He obviously is. The other thing, though, here, boys, I think this whole Quinn Hughes story is going to get spicy.
Don't you have to trade him right now?
If you want a lot, sooner's better.
I think you do. I think you do.
Because then you can say to the team you're giving him to, other than
2 years.
Here's 2 years. At least you get something in return. If you wait, the team's going, well, so I get him for 3 months?
Yeah.
And he's going to go play with his brothers?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
And especially if, there's obvious dialogue. I mean, Jimmy Rutherford has brought him up a couple of times now in back-to-back media availabilities, right? So there has to be some form of dialogue to, first of all, when they laid out the whole the Hughes brothers collaborative, I think, I mean, I can imagine being an owner in that situation, just going, oh no,
like Alvin beside him.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
So anyway,
him to Jersey, because like if I'm Jersey, I'm like, I'll give you a couple pieces, but I mean, we got the brothers. He's coming to us. It seems like if we just sit still.
Well, again, if Quinn is bold enough to say to management again this summer, I'm not signing here.
Yeah.
So you know what the window of time is. I'm going to be the best captain I could be in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good mute there. Caught that.
Losing a lung here.
Yeah, you're all right. We're good. We got you. You
have to trade him now, because then
it's 2 years left.
Then you don't have to trade him to Vancouver. I think if you wait now, Jersey's just going to hold you over a barrel.
I agree. And he's too young for any trade protection. Like, he doesn't have that on this contract. He will in the next. You could trade him to Vegas. You could trade him to Florida. Like
Calgary.
I'm sure that he wants to come to Calgary.
Pick him up.
Yeah. He's going to get the rest of the brothers here too. Sure.
Pick him up.
Sorry about that, fellas. Just choking here.
You're good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the way it's going to play out, though, isn't it? I mean, Quinn is going to tell them, if he hasn't already, here's the window. I'm going to be the best captain I can be.
Yeah.
I'm going to represent the Vancouver Canucks until I'm no longer here, but here's my long-term plan. And I mean, they probably know already, just based on what we're hearing from their brass.
Mhm.
Well,
The GM brought it up.
He's so good that he could go in with the GM and go, "What are you going to do?" Because I'm not playing in this situation. Like, if I'm guessing Hughes would have a different opinion of the situation in Vancouver if Demko had been better and the team had been better. And they're in the playoffs and going into the second round to play the Oilers. It's going to be a different scenario, right?
Sure.
Like, winning matters. But now you look at Vancouver and go, "How are we winning?" I don't see it.
Here? And he loved the coach. We kept hearing that the last month.
Yeah, and then you've got the Pettersson thing that isn't going away, right? So, just to go back to where we started on Vancouver, what are we looking at here? I don't smell a rebuild by any stretch, but you could see as big a transition on the fly as we've seen in a long, long time. Like, look at the Washington Capitals. What was it, a couple of years ago when they brought in like 7 new players or whatever, just trying to, all right, let's head a completely different direction. And that might be the direction that the Canucks are ultimately going to be forced to go to.
Yeah.
One of those unintentional rebuilds.
Well, that's the thing. You may not want to. And then
it might not be,
it's Quinn Hughes. So Miller's gone and Tocchet is gone. And Besser, you were good at Todd. Now you're gone. And Demko.
Don't know who you are anymore.
Because
it's tough.
He looked like a beaten dog the last 3 weeks of the season.
Everything for them, not 100%.
No, his face is just gaunt, and he was injured. He probably shouldn't have been playing. They were just playing the wheels right off of him.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll give it up after this. They had a 1-year option on Rick Tocchet, and they said, we're going to respect Rick and not exercise it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say, you got 1 year left, we're exercising the option? All kinds of coaches going to lame duck years now.
Yeah.
Like that, it was like, we're going to be really nice and do this, and then we'll sign him to a new deal. But what you really did is you walked the guy you wanted to build your culture out the door.
Right.
You had it for another year.
Yeah, and I understand that. Well, Rutherford and Tocchet are friends, and not that should ever confuse decisions or cloud decisions, but they are. I mean, that hasn't changed. I can tell you, up until going into last weekend, in all the exit interviews, conversations that they had as a management group coaching, Tocchet was talking about, okay, well, I'm going to be involved with this player, make sure that his training routine is on point this offseason. A couple of things that we need to tweak, with training camp and all. Those were the conversations going into last weekend. And then, Rutherford and Alvin said, okay, well, it sounds like you're in here, but we need a firm commitment. And my understanding is Tocchet said, okay, well, I'll let you know 100% by Sunday, latest Monday. Sunday comes, goes. Monday comes and goes. And then at that point, I think the Canucks were like, all right, well, we know where this is headed. And they found out Tuesday morning through the agent and then Tocchet directly that he wasn't interested in coming back. And I understand what you're saying, but how do you force your coach to coach? And if you have to force your coach to coach your team, is he really going to be all in, invested, and doing everything you need him to do? And in fairness, guys, we don't know or have a full appreciation for what Rick Tocchet is dealing with professionally and or personally. Sure. All I was told is that he's got some stuff he's working on, and I don't know what that means. But the word was he was emotionally burned out at the end of the year. So
there's the rigors of being an NHL coach. When
could be a human element to this,
right?
Sure.
And you look at what
that Miller Pettersson thing was awful.
And it didn't just start.
No,
it was there before he arrived.
Yeah,
they would have tried everything there.
Because we talked about that. We've talked about with you. You got Adam Foote. You got Rick Tocchet. These are storied, veteran, respected guys who almost just had to put their hands up.
I've never seen something.
I don't know what this is going on here.
Yeah.
Well, Tocchet told me point blank, it's the toughest year he ever had in hockey.
Yeah,
that's saying a lot when you think of You know, the wars that he went through back in the day as a player.
Didn't he play with a bubble for about a year? Eating soup for weeks on
Oh,
end?
jeez.
Jesus. Well, before just a little something, this is only for you, Dregs.
Okay.
I said a week ago, for last Friday, Kings were leading the series.
Yeah.
Also last Friday, I wasn't here. I was on the road.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate it. I took a little photo just for you. You can see how happy I was.
Oh, look at you.
Thrilled to be back in the Jewel of the Parkland. We've been
Jewel
doing
of the
we've had
Parkland.
the little small towns that have their
Yeah.
you know,
So just
Chuck the Channel Cat in Selkirk sitting outside. There's the jewel for the Jewel of the Parkland. And clearly I was excited to be back.
Hey, it's my favorite grocery store on the planet. The Co-op in Roblin, second to none. Everything. One-stop shop. You need propane? Yeah, we got propane.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
else? The only thing they
Fish
don't
was-
sell is booze, but the liquor store there is a pretty good one. Yeah. Love Roblin.
Well, and the thing of it is they got expanded hours now because the Motor Inn, which was the bar where you could get your offset,
the offset.
it's shut down.
Oh,
so
Oh,
you're not getting
gosh.
you're not getting your club beer at the back door of the Motor Inn anymore.
Not
So
getting clubbed anymore.
Hey,
Oh,
I once instigated the nastiest brawl in the stands in Roblin you've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, senior hockey, and I think the Langeberg Warriors were in Roblin to play the North Stars, and I had these gargantuan big leather mitts, and I was standing with my buddy in the enemy side, right, and Langeberg scores. I'm just whoomp, whoomp. And this big guy, I can't remember what the hell his name was. It was like some like monster or something like this. Big long beard, hair, the whole 9 yards. Turns around, says, "You do that again, I'm gonna have a problem." So he didn't even get the words out of his mouth, and I'm like, whoomp, whoomp. Game on, boys.
Yeah. Good times. Minus 40 outside, minus 45 in the rink.
Yeah.
Good
Oh, yeah.
times. Good
Instigator.
good crinkle cut fries out of the deep fryer at the arena though.
Oh yeah, haven't been there in years. I guess you know why.
Not missing a lot. Thanks, Dregs.
Lifetime
Appreciate
ban,
you.
pal.
Okay, boys.
Have a great week.
weekend.
You
Yep.
betcha. There he is. Darren Dreger, TSN Hockey Insider, our Hockey Insider on the Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating Insider Hotline. Crystal clear choice for home comfort and yes, air conditioning around the corners. I'm surprised some people don't have them.
You see,
Not a lot of people.
that's because people are stupid.
Well, don't be stupid. Let's call Crystal Waters. 403-219-4100, crystalclearcalgary.com.
Man, it's getting hot soon.
You know,
I love it.
how'd your stupid date go yesterday, Jack?
Hey,
Did you
Jack,
take
how's
your
it
golf?
There
clubs?
was no date.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
What
She
happened?
did share, right?
Guess you didn't
No,
need to worry
there
about
wasn't-
whether to bring your clubs or not. Jesus.
Brett was very offended by that question.
I bring your own club.
27 tomorrow, Jack. You need a hot date, patio, picnic.
I think I'm just gonna hang with the boys.
Come over to my house. Take the shoveler out.
Jeez.
We're a team. What? I
All
don't
right.
want you sitting around the house bored all day. God.
What kind of team? are
Sorry
you?
for being.
Hey, Jack, I was wondering, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm going out with Rhett's wife.
I didn't.
Oh, does he know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he set it up.
Yeah, Shoveler and I, we're gonna go hit this happy hour.
She won't be mad if you bring your own clubs.
$2 ice.
A lot of questions. What's
Uh,
going on? Outdoor dental.
Mm.
You still snoring? Are you snoring, Jack?
Maybe that's why you're.
I don't know.
Can I send my kid in there? I thought I heard some snoring out of his room
Oh,
once.
that's not good. Look at Pinder.
That's gross.
God, there's
Okay.
not a hair
That's
Look
that's
at that.
Gene Principe worse. And we love Gene
And we
Principe.
love Gene.
Nothing,
Yeah, funny how that
it's
works.
not a
And the
shot.
Soleil
there.
laser.
Gene and not
We
me.
love it. It's done wonders for the dental side of things, but also, as you can see right there, that's Ryan's soft palate that's being treated right there.
Mhm.
The soft palate at the back of your mouth, your throat area region, the
gobbler.
throatal region. You get the Soleil laser in there. That tightens up the soft palate. 2 15-minute treatments, snoring, non-surgical pain-free. She gone.
There you go.
Sleep better. Those around you are happier.
Feel better.
Yes,
Not show up to
better
work
sleep.
grumpy.
You're sleeping well.
Yelling
I'm
at your
waiting for the
kids all
happier
the
part.
time.
Yeah. Yes, a lot. Sleep's great. Check it out for yourself. Outdoor.dental is the website.
Outdoor
Dr. J. Patel. Think he ever just goes in there at night to kind of just
Plays with the laser. Pew, pew, pew,
I
pew,
think I'm just
pew.
going to tighten up the soft palate here. I'm not really tired. I'm going to sleep for about 18 hours here. Just kind of
No, that doesn't seem like something he'd do.
No, I don't think
Get in
I
there.
think he's a professional and holds business hours.
yeah,
And
maybe
probably sleeps well.
Well, he graduated high school. We know
each
that.
their own. They're a dying breed. Those high school grads.
You
AI,
can
right?
get one of those online in no time. Kids.
Overrated.
Just DM me on my social, and I'll walk you through it. How to get it.
Dr. J. Patel has a high school diploma.
I think he's
Confident in
a
saying
doctor. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dentist. So
you can trust outdoor.
Probably.
more than right.
Yeah.
Definitely can trust him.
For sure.
What? I'm trying to help Jack. I'm trying to help the kids.
I know.
Trying to help the shoveler. There's a lot of-
Yeah.
You're
Where would you set the two up on a day? What would you have lined up for him?
It's.
Beautiful
I just
day
don't
out there.
want Jack sitting at home alone.
I know.
It's not supposed to be a.
These Lugan buddies, he's sending me videos. They're like lifting up cars on blocks. They're trying to smoke meat. They've got all the tools out. They're building horrible chairs in the backyard. It's
If you're lifting cars on, putting cars on blocks, how do you not have
the ramps from Dino.
the big man over here?
He loves
Look at him.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but I just kind of stand there and supervise.
I got a heavy duty floor jack if you need it.
I don't even know what that is.
Yep.
Floor jack or a floor, comma, jack.
What do you do with a barrel of oil?
You have to, you mean used oil?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't dump it in a river. That's
Yeah.
number one.
There are there's specific things you need to do with it.
Oh.
I know some fire departments
Oh, they'll accept
will
that.
accept that.
Can't sell it.
Don't know who's looking for dirty oil, but again, I've
Oh, they use that stuff all
Do
the time.
got some old paint and some dirty oil.
$10.
Back in Roblin, that's a bush party.
Right.
Can
Get
you
some
burn
old
it?
tires in there as
Can
well.
you burn it?
Pour the oil on top of them.
That hole in the ozone layer, that was you guys.
Oh yeah. Everyone looks like a raccoon by the time they get home. So why is my face? Oh, it must be all the rubber from the tire fire.
Breathing that in all night.
Oh gosh. Shower? Nah, do it in the morning. Let's do the Pinder Report.
Okay.
How do you feel about it today, Jack?
There's not a lot of dumb stuff.
I was going to say I was listening earlier.
There's one video.
We got three dumb things, but yeah, Jack's got to look at his phone.
It's okay. It's all right. There were 4 games. There's a big game tonight.
Oh, so big.
We were talking about the Blue Jays before the show.
Why?
Game
They're-
under 500.
They're terrible.
Well, I was saying.
Well, it's May, so it probably matters now.
They've got a real tough schedule.
Ryan,
We have-
when are you sending me these things?
Yeah, if they're no
There's a
good,
timestamp on everything sent, Jack, so you can go ahead
Like
and
we're
see
like
when it's
30 minutes into the show and you're just sending dumb videos.
Yeah, dude.
Is that right? Give me the timestamp because I
Oh,
got the other end here.
Never wrong. Never done. Hey, Jack, it's your fault.
Jack.
What's the timestamp?
Oh yeah, this was John.
Oh.
Oh,
No, the video was sent at 10:13. That was before. The
I
show
like
started.
that defense though. It's all attack first, and then
oh
you can
yeah.
attack, and I can always.
No, I thought Jack would like it because we made me a huge CFL guy, as you guys
Yep.
know, big proponent of the league. We
Love
made
football.
a major piece of marketing for the Stampeders for front row center.
All right.
So yeah,
Pinder Report, a presentation of Village Honda. They want to buy your pre-owned vehicle. They are putting just the part of the Wood Automotive Group. They're like, as a group, we want these.
Gotta put our
used
money where
vehicles.
our mouth
That's right.
is.
We're gonna get them, and then we're gonna sell them. It's not like they want to hang on to them. It's kind of weird. They're all hot and bothered to buy them, and then
Clean
they're
'em
hot and
up.
even more so to sell them.
get them looking all
I
good.
like
Yeah.
doing
Send them
stuff.
back out into the wild.
Yeah, making things happen.
Ryan Pinder.
Village Honda.
Rhett, what do you think the writers over at Flames Nation are doing?
I'll be damned if they aren't writing, Ryan.
Rhett, feast your eyes. We got more about the Flames. They haven't played in weeks. It feels. There,
Still?
look at this. Mackenzie Weegar
Pre-tournament.
and Zane. Yeah, not
Whoa.
exactly, but and we got more because look, let's head over to Europe. I believe Sweden. You love the Swedes, right?
I do.
They're so
Tall and blonde.
tall and blonde. These two are not Swedish. This is
Or
Zane
blonde.
Or
Correct.
blonde or
and Ryan Huska.
Oh, isn't that cute? They can put that in their scrapbook. That'll be good.
Feels like a shot. Hey guys, we just wanted to get a photo for Flames. Can you smile? Sure. Oh yeah, scrapbook, you losers. What's wrong with Rhett today? He's going to play some pre-tournament games, and depending on who's available and who says yes or no.
Maybe focus on hockey instead of standing out taking pictures.
Oh, put it on the gram, eh? Huska's a big social media guy, eh? Maybe not.
I'm ignoring you.
Good for them.
Very good. Hey, have some fun. Win some games. Earn a spot. Zane, go get it. Big jump from the O to the NHL next year. Let's go get it, buddy.
Thank God we have this news too.
Yeah, that's where we start. I got better news for you. Remember yesterday you were telling us Mike Sullivan should not go get employed by the Rangers? He heard you and he said, you know what? Screw you, Rhett. I love the Rangers. I'm going to New York.
You said it was a slam dunk. I
And
just
he was hired hours
I
later.
just made mention that maybe he didn't want to deal with that owner.
Yeah, it's a crazy owner indeed. No one disputes that. What's the name of his shitty cover band?
I don't remember.
Yeah, James Dolan. Weirdo. A lot of money.
And Chris Drury's a great guy.
Seems really, really popular and nice.
Yeah.
How was he
Probably.
received in Calgary in his short tenure?
Yeah,
team?
the same. Yeah.
Popular and nice?
Yeah.
Well, he
just
hated the city.
outgoing.
I will not stay here. And then
Yeah.
I had to come here, and now I'm stuck.
He's like, phew, thanks. I get to Buffalo. Everything's better now. Yeah.
God, they were a good team though in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Him
He
and
was on a good team in
Briere.
Colorado.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys are GMs now.
Briere, he from the Buffalo team, you're saying?
Greer. Like Greer.
Yeah, Greersy. He's all of a sudden got a bit of a wagon.
There's probably more, but I just can't think
Yeah,
of them. I got
CTE.
CTE.
Yeah, a lot of CT today in the fog. Can we make a graphic for Rhett CTE? Are we allowed to make fun of this, or do we want to?
We should plot it. I would like to see a plot.
Yeah, we need a CTE-ometer.
We don't have a
happen to-
graphics guy anymore.
Right.
What?
Forgot about that. Okay.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Back to
you.
me. Last night's games.
Look at
Yes.
Jack jumping in with the snide comment.
Yeah, he's
Little inside baseball.
has been working with you for
Thanks,
2 years.
Jack.
Guess that's called osmosis. Final scores. Leafs double up the Sens. Empty netters. Yes, yes. Golden Knights hang on. Skin of their teeth
They
against
didn't
the
need an
Wild.
empty netter, Dean.
They could have used an empty netter.
Just
there.
put it in the empty net.
Avs had 2 empty netters.
Yep. And how'd they do?
They won by
Exactly.
3. Jeez, wow. They should have pulled got to Dallas to pull the goalie earlier, even. And Edmonton 6-4. Momentum is real in that
Stop
series.
the
others,
puck,
I'm not
Darcy
sure.
Kemper. Holy flip.
Also, if you have it on the goal line, maybe just push it across, fellas, because
That's true.
that would
The
help a
longest
lot.
yard.
They did get an empty netter as well. Great to see.
Hey, you know what? The Oilers grabbed a hold of this series.
This is my concern, and I don't want to shift the focus because I don't want to hear that. I know what you're going to say, but
No, I don't. Let them finish
Go
here.
ahead.
They deserved the whole thing.
Yeah, they did.
The Kings were all kind of
If you're gonna,
lackadaisical. Oh, hey, look at us. We're going to make stupid coaching challenges. Are you?
if
Well,
you
we're going to take this series and stick it right in your tuchus.
listen, I don't care about the Oilers power play. So we are going to kill the shit out of this penalty if I lose this challenge. It's not a big deal. Right in.
Not the Kings.
10 seconds.
We're going to give up. Like, watch how fast. Watch how fast we can do it.
So if this ever arises in your life, like let's say you got the reigning champ from the West on the ropes and you've landed some blows and they look woozy, make sure you shorten your bench and just get into a real protective possum. Like make sure you stay back.
In a
Don't
wrestling,
go for the kill. Stay back.
if it were wrestling,
Yeah.
you'd get distracted by the manager and then
Yeah.
lean over the rope and start giving him the, hey, I'll
Don't
get you
distract
son
me.
of a gun.
Yeah.
And then you take a chair to the back of the head because the ref's been knocked out,
That's
and then
right,
you
that's right.
lose.
That's exactly what happened. We got some memes to get through because we've eliminated a lot of teams. Now, the good folks at hockeyfights.com, they're beside themselves. 0 fights in the playoffs, but they have been using their time for other activities like the annual Crying Jordan elimination photo.
Well done.
Room's full of them.
We always like, yeah. Oh, there's the big hit. That did change the series.
Yeah,
Tom
Carrier,
Wilson.
yeah.
Oh, boy. Yay. Yeah, there's Hagel.
No,
Got
you
you. Oh, dear. This is our house, Brady. Yeah. Oh. And there's say goodbye to Marc Andre.
That is sad, actually.
Yeah. There's Gustafson.
Couple of them.
Yeah, that's
I like
There's-
that.
That
that's
was
one of them all.
Really good.
They had their 5 minutes, eh? Those old birds from Koreatown.
yeah.
Time in the
You
sun.
know what? How do you say the coach's last name?
Hiller.
Is it Hiller or Hillier?
Sure.
Either way, he screwed their careers.
He cost.
They were on a roll,
Yeah.
and Hiller
Yeah.
makes a bonehead move, and now they're out.
Multiple bonehead moves.
Done.
Yeah. Killed their
Never to be
recording
seen
crew.
or heard from again.
Record labels are talking to them. Crickets now.
I don't know if I could say this. It would have been really funny, but it's too edgy, maybe. Some about Trump and deporting and those sort of
Yeah,
things.
that wouldn't go there.
No?
Let's keep moving. Bracket looks like this now, Dean. It's all but one quarterfinal set to go here.
And that's something.
We're waiting on the
So they're moving on.
Jets and Blues tonight, Stars and Avalanche on Saturday. Sounds like the Leafs will start Monday. Could be a Monday or Tuesday for the Oilers. We don't know about Washington, Carolina. Maybe we get a Sunday and we won't have a break. Do we want a day off or not?
No,
Question.
well, it's not
It's a
Sunday.
Sabbath.
Sunday's the shits here. We want to be busy and have excuses to be on our couches.
Well, in our group chat this morning,
Mhm.
you saw Ryan sent out that thing.
No.
Um,
No, I didn't see that.
Oilers to start next week.
Like I just said. Tuesday.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oilers series will start next week.
Not on Sunday, for the record.
It's Sunday next week.
Oh, good question. Is that a new week start Sunday?
I
or start
believe so.
Monday?
Look at your thing.
I
That
believe
starts on
that's this
Monday.
week. Turn the page. Monday's the next week.
Monday's the starting point for
Lundy?
your.
Lundy?
I like Sunday
Dimanche?
to Saturday. If you said name me the days of the week, Jack, name me the days of the week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Really?
Friday,
See, I
Saturday,
would
Sunday.
start Sunday.
How would the Happy Days theme start?
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Jack,
Does it
you're
start
an
on Sunday?
idiot. You're an idiot.
I'm with Jack.
Saturday, what a day. It'll all wait for you.
Does he even know what Happy Days is?
Do you know what Happy Days? You know Richie Cunningham,
Yeah, I know Richie.
Joni, Potsy,
Yeah, I know
Ralph
them all.
Malph,
Know them all.
Jughead, Reggie,
There's no jughead.
It's tricky.
Veronica, Betty.
You're really getting tricky here.
Wait a minute.
Which one did
Season
you want to
2?
marry and which one did you want to?
Season 2?
Uh,
Go ahead, Ryan.
Back to me, Dean. Tonight's game. It's in St. Louis, which means the Blues look really good and Connor Hellebuck.
Is he wound up? Oh, this is not what I wanted to
I
see.
know.
I thought
we
we'd
already
have
saw
something.
Gruden. He just posted a still of the video that I checked. There's no new content from Gruden. He's scheming. He's brewing. He's probably traveling. Where does Gruden live,
I
Jack? Do we
actually
know?
love Gruden, but this Blues stuff has been a bit boring. It's too cheerleader.
He's in the building tonight.
Get some edge.
He's
to
in
you,
the building tonight.
John.
I expect the bar to be raised. Is that fair?
No, I think he's going.
yeah, like what are his ties? Is it,
No
they,
idea.
They,
they
sent
sent him a box of gear,
They did do that.
so he put on the Binnington jersey, and now
But
he's.
I don't know if he's
That was
always been a Blues
hockey
guy
guy.
or if he's like a week fresh.
Yeah,
Which another hat trick.
Also, can you tell whoever's doing our stupid clips to stop giving my hot take-itudes as the clips?
your hot take.
If you don't take it in context and know our show, I look like a real asshole.
That's what the comments are saying, actually. That's a
Holy,
good point.
look at this loser up in Calgary just taking cheap shots.
Yeah. I think one of them was like, this guy never won a thing. What a Oh, come on now.
Come on now.
You guys read the comments?
just having fun.
Can't be reading the
Don't
comments.
read the
It's
comments.
first.
I don't
For
read
sure.
anything. I don't watch them. I just
So how do you know they're out there?
because people I know worried about me.
Are they?
My persona.
You know what this reminds me of? Aha. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. All right. I said these things. Now I have to be accountable for them?
Oh, here.
I'm
Well, we
teasing.
can change it. Just trying to have fun on the show.
Yeah, just trying to have.
We're
some-
having fun. Don't let the trolls.
Yeah, but you
chase
go.
you.
I'm not
I'm
very.
not
I
cutting
don't
the
even know what a
clips.
troll is. I stopped dating trolls years ago. 20 almost.
20. Jeez.
How long you been married?
Almost 20.
Oh, so
Does that add up?
that's
I
close.
hope so.
It's a tight window.
It's never been my strong suit.
Don't
Yes,
use that
sir.
clip either. I don't want that.
Because Shifley's out tonight. You didn't
Jack, when you're
travel.
taking the shoveler out later, just make sure
Yeah.
she doesn't see this clip.
No,
no math. Just
that's
tell-
not your in move. That's not your.
Yeah.
Look at
Yes.
this.
Look at this guy. I can't believe
Said he was
I
with
would
the
you-
children.
you
deserve to be treated better,
And you were in the wedding was the year before. What?
You want to try my clubs?
Called this one the driver. You were saying about Shifley?
He's not going to say.
No, he's not.
there.
Oh, he's not.
Didn't go.
His availability for Game 7 if necessary. We don't even know that.
He's sick.
Man, what's going on here? No, because knew what happened.
Flu bug?
He got hit, remember?
Yeah, he pooped his pants.
Jim
Oh.
Montgomery, he explained what happened to Scheifele, remember?
Make it clear. 55 got hurt from the Faxa hit.
Okay.
He played 6 minutes after the Shen hit. He didn't come back after he got rocked by Faxa. Rocked by Faxa. Rocked by Faxa.
Thumbs up or thumbs down,
Now-
real quick.
Is this person in business that's creating the is this a
I believe that's from the What Chaos
a
show.
lucrative-
It's
All
quite
right.
funny. Don't let that change your position because I'm sure you hated it, dude.
he distracted?
I think you just hate me. If someone else had shown you might have laughed.
No, he wasn't.
Selke nominees are out there. Let's go. Big one. Now, the Selke, of course, red is for the player which
Gentlemanly
personify the
and giving back.
The softest puppy poo we can find.
Barkov, Seravalli, and Reinhardt.
Oh,
Reinhardt.
Two
There you go.
Panthers?
Two-
How do you
Three
do that?
Floridians. You must be really good at stopping other teams' players from scoring.
Well, but Reinhardt's a 50 goal guy. What are you talking about?
He's a good defensive winger, apparently. Is what
Oh,
I'm told.
it says center there, Ryan, just so you know.
Okay.
Does it not?
It does. He's centered by Sam Bennett most days, but yeah, or Barkov. He plays center. That's fine. We'll go get the breakdown, the ice time for you tomorrow if you like. How much time on the wing versus center?
Yeah, on the show tomorrow.
So good. Yeah, we'll be here nice and early.
I'll get here. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Start without us if
Yeah, we'll
By
just
chance
keep
we're
going.
not.
It's whenever you can make it.
I
That's
don't
great.
like it.
The Masterton also announced.
Oh,
by the
what?
way,
They're not
Barkov
sprinkling?
wins this every
They're not
year.
sprinkling out these important
Well,
awards.
this one's a dusty one. No one knows what it is, so we're going to do that.
This
the same
is
day as
this is the one where you get awarded for having shit happen to you.
Yes, and you don't even have to play in the league apparently because Landeskog got 0 regular season games in this year. But yes, he has been dedicated to the cause of hockey things with the courage.
This
and
is the I had to overcome things I didn't
overcoming
want to have to.
The heart and the,
so. Is that a voted on? This like when's it
the
voted?
Bill Madison Memorial Trophy is presented.
Why
annually to
are
the
you
player.
doing this? Why are you covering this boredom? You can do better.
I was told no more crocodiles. So if you
Well,
want to
this
go
is not
sports,
an improvement.
no more
Just cut
crocodiles.
it
Jack,
short
get us
there.
some crocs. The player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. You didn't win it, right? Sorry.
I was up for that. I was the Flames nomination. F you.
Wasn't that the King Clancy?
And the Bill Masterton.
A lot of awards. A lot of
Yep.
A lot of perseverance. And
So what was
dedication.
it? What was the bad shit, as you say,
Yeah,
that
what
happened to you? That
I
had
had
you?
SARS.
Yeah.
I was
Jack, do you know what SARS is?
I was quarantined before anyone else had
That's
been
right.
quarantined.
Yeah.
You are a quarantine expert.
They
Didn't
were
you have that,
trolls then.
What's her name? The quarantine breaker would come over?
Oh, yeah.
Troll or non-troll?
Watch your timeline.
Careful.
Man, yeah.
That was 15 years ago.
Son of
Say goodbye to Marc-Andre Fleury, friends.
Goodbye,
He's,
Marc-Andre.
He's
the
a
flower.
great guy.
I got a feeling we'll see more of him.
I got a feeling.
Like if he wants a job, he can go get it doing anything he wants.
What, you think the charismatic, really funny guy that everyone loves could be good on
Coaching,
TV?
yep,
Yeah,
we'll
I think
take
so.
you. Management, absolutely, for sure. We'd love to have you. TV or
Yeah.
whatever. What do we do?
If I
Analyst.
Analyst?
Panelist.
Yeah.
if I'm anyone with
If I'm
any power at
ESPN,
ESPN,
Yes.
Mark Messier can go hawk chips and
Both
arena
of those
renovations
guys,
or whatever.
you're out.
Get out of here.
You and you.
Yes.
in.
Yes. It's made for it. With the pranks, everyone loves them. Come on.
Because he's maybe down today thinking, how am I going to make ends meet now that my career's
I
over?
wonder if he'll stay in Minnesota.
I hope not.
I don't
But
think.
why? It's what happens when guys retire. If you've been there and your kids and family, it's
I don't know if it happens for Quebecers in Winnipeg or in Minnesota often, but I don't know. Like he's got.
what are you basing this on?
I'd say where he
Nothing.
played. I'd say like
He's
Vegas,
just saying
Pittsburgh.
words.
Look, it
Hey,
gets
Dean,
mad when you question
do you
his
think-
opinion on
where
things.
do you think
if
Mark
I
Andre
say
Fleury
something,
retired?
I get made fun of. I'm an idiot, and I get CTE. If you question his opinion on things, you mother, who the you think? I thought this through, Dean. I thought this through. I done the math. He did the math,
I was doing the math. I was thinking about
Did
how
his
many games he
rounds.
played in Pittsburgh,
and
where he's
it would be
from.
absolutely. Actually, you're right. It would be
Canucks.
unheard of for Fleury to stay in Minnesota. I don't know.
Or in Winnipeg.
We'll have to have the flight tracker on Mark Andre and see where he goes.
I
I would move
would
him to
pray that
ESPN Studios.
I
Live there.
would
Let's
pray
go.
that he goes to
Bristol.
So what's
ESPN.
your, if you had to, in hockey or covering hockey?
I think he stays in hockey.
I'd love to see him cover it because I think he'd be great at it. I
That'd
have
be good
no
for
idea
us.
what his passions are. Yeah. Like, does he want to be a goalie coach?
You know,
I have no idea.
it's weird. I'll say that, like Dregs just said, there is a catch to staying in hockey, but it's mostly for coaching. You know what I mean? Like these management guys, they float around, they set their own schedule, they do whatever the hell they want.
Right.
So that's a little cushier. But the coaching thing,
Long days,
grinding.
like Jim,
accountability.
Travel.
is it Jim Hiller or
Sure.
Hillier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Uh-huh.
either way, that mother is not sleeping for a month.
No.
No, he doesn't deserve to be fair. Yeah.
He hasn't slept since last Friday,
Correct.
and he's got another month to go before he can have a nap.
Also, who's the video coach there? We need to talk. Have a little
I
chat.
just think you
Ted,
fire
Ted,
him just
Ted,
out of
Ted.
principle, unless he's
Sacrificial
related
lamb.
to the
If
owner.
I were, I would have a very hard time.
I would
Not just
have a conversation, fellas.
Fellas.
Drew, get in here.
Drew.
Odds, hey, pop by my office here.
No.
Do you guys really like this coach? Because I'm going to fire his ass.
Yeah.
That's the conversation.
Do you guys realize that after that bullshit coaching challenge, like we went right in the shitter?
Like we're LA and we got a really good team.
We were up 2-0.
There's some good coaches and good. Like, do you like them that much that I shouldn't go get someone else? Hey, boss, are you going to hold this on my head that the idiot coach called the? Anyway, don't use that clip. I don't want it out there. I don't want it out. If that's out, I quit. Go ahead, Ryan.
Jack, go ahead and put that out.
Back to you.
What the hell are we doing? We talked about a bit with.
Can we talk about
Dregs.
the Masterton?
Yeah,
What's that one
let's.
for?
What was it again? Perseverance. Yeah.
A lot of it.
But like, honest, is that to be voted or has it been voted? Because like you say,
Everyone votes at the end of the regular season.
Landeskog didn't play a game. Do
No.
you get a
Well,
league award for not?
Yeah,
It means more now that he's played.
It doesn't say anything about the NHL. It says for the sport of
Yeah.
hockey. So persevering, blah blah blah. And yeah,
So you could win it.
that's why I noted you didn't win it this year because you're not in the league. Neither was
Yeah.
Landeskog this year. It's on LTR, I guess.
I think you can only be up for it once. It's like
Yeah,
it's like the
quota.
Nobel.
It's like the Nobel.
They don't get that one.
It's like the Order of Canada. They don't give it twice
Yeah.
to you.
No, once you
You got it once.
Double jeopardy.
John Cooper's going to be back in Tampa. That's the reporting this morning. We talked about it with Dregs. There is that thought. It's now 3 first-round exits in a row for the.
Wasn't Seravalli, who won't come on our show anymore, talking about it being Utah?
The Utes.
I thought I heard that.
Julian Brisebois said John Cooper believed to be under contract for one more year. Returns. as
Long
coach
list
next
of
year.
injuries.
Yeah,
What do you
that'll
mean?
be leaking out. We're hearing a lot of
Cooper,
This guy was playing through.
Cooper's injured?
hangnail, sore back,
Oh, I caught a nail the other day, Dean. It
He was
Did you?
shaving and right here
Yeah.
under his lip.
bad paper
You
cut,
get the, no.
doing the
shoot.
lineup.
Yeah.
Tough year for Cooper. Long.
I did okay at the Four Nations.
I
That's,
think they should. They should move on, and he should move on.
Can we clip this, Jack?
I think
Rat
that's what
Border
I
wants
said
Cooper
about
fired.
Stamkos. They need freshness there. What do they want to be? Pittsburgh?
How many years in a row?
3 in a row.
Like part of it's the good team you're losing to, but that's not changing.
Toronto, Florida.
Yeah.
Last
What
3
about the
years.
other up and coming teams?
Ottawa, Montreal,
You didn't mention Buffalo.
Hartford,
Hartford, Pittsburgh,
We should call
all
that.
good teams.
We should call that guy.
Quebec.
Get him on. He'd have some hot takes.
Who's this? Game 7. Saturday, 6. Gonna be good. Awesome. And finally, the Western Hockey League does not need game 7s. They just do 4-game sweeps. So congrats to
Well, can you imagine all the bus riding those bastards got to do? You let them.
Pocan. You
I like those
get
jerseys.
to face the Medicine Hat McKenna's.
I got knocked the F out. In
Really?
Spokane.
Tell us about it.
Was it Paxton Schultz? Remember
Yeah.
him?
Schulte.
Yeah. He elbowed me in the corner and spoke. And I was, whoa.
Dirty prick.
Luckily, short bus ride home from Spoke to Saskatoon.
No, we were off to Tri-Cities. I couldn't even play. But it didn't stop me from playing the tunes after the win in Tri-Cities. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band. That lead gets no wait. It was mountaintop,
Rocky Top,
Rocky Top,
Mountain Music,
yeah.
No.
Play me mountain
Music.
like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. That's what it was. Sorry, Tibbets from Roblin.
Tibby, Foxwarren,
Mark Watton.
Foxwarren,
Damn it, Yakimish.
Roblin, Pat Falloon, Foxwarren.
I didn't.
And
say
it's Roblin with a great co-op.
That's what Dreg says.
Okay. Oh, he's insider.
I wasn't going to boast about it, but you know, if Dregs wants to go there, then old Mel Antosh, he keeps that produce department.
Now, do you have to time your growth? This is what we had to do when I was growing up, where you had to time your produce day to the delivery.
Right, you
day.
gotta know when it's coming in.
You don't want to go on Friday. It was showing up on
Picked over,
Tuesday. By
yeah.
Friday, it was picked the F over and getting old.
I'm a little out of that loop,
Yeah.
to be honest.
You're so.
Sean Yakimishin's mom used to work at the
Did
co-op.
you know that my grandma in a town of 200 people didn't get her driver's license and never once went to the grocery store? And
What?
cooked
because she
every
knew how
meal.
to
Great leader delegates.
take care of people.
boiled potatoes, Jack, every lunch.
Delish.
Rice was a delicacy.
Like, do you mash them once they're boiled, or just boil them and
Just boiled and with gobs of butter
yeah?
and salt and pepper.
Baby potatoes or the big ones peeled?
Big
Don't
ones
matter.
peeled and chopped.
That's the one thing about when the garden starts to come in.
I put
Fuck, I'm old, but man, when you get the baby potatoes and then you boil them with the butter and salt, pepper. Ooh,
Do you do the dill?
sure?
Yeah, dill's good.
Shit, yeah.
I like dill.
Make a little cream sauce. Put on your pierogies. You pet a hat. Oh, you
Kuntz did that.
did he?
Brought it to a party once, and I consumed them all.
Yeah.
It was like just stay
Did he bring
away.
them in a big roaster?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay away. It was like a lay crusade. Get it up. These are mine.
Yeah.
Cooney, if you're listening,
Cooney.
I'll be home
Let's
Sunday.
get that recipe for that
Game 7.
dill sauce.
It's on Saturday.
I'm going to plant some potatoes this weekend, Dean.
Good for you, bud.
Is that code for something, or are you actually going to plant some potatoes?
It's not cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I should,
Let's get moving.
I'm gonna can some tomatoes.
really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go feed the geese.
I got
this afternoon.
I got the grinder thing. The
Do ya?
tomato.
Yeah, the
It's electric. This one. It's beautiful.
really.
Oh god.
Wow.
It's
Tomato-
electric.
Tomato sauce.
Everyone says this
That's
is
unbelievable.
Fresh.
We got some football news for you.
Also got a new power washer the other day.
Did you? I got one last year. Very happy with
Yeah,
it.
Karcher, would you go with?
I forget what it was. Karcher was big, eh? Are they still? I don't think they're as big.
Simonez.
Yeah. Oh, what is mine?
Black
God,
and Decker.
Jimenez.
it's pretty good.
Ryan,
though.
back to you.
You sure? We were on a real good run there.
What were we just talking about?
Talking
before
about
the
our
Yeah,
power
and,
washer?
and you're gonna put clips. Why don't you put those clips out, Jack?
Yeah,
you
Jack.
dick.
Let's get to some football, shall we?
Shadur?
Fire away, Jack. Let's get some football going. Football. 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 All right, here's the Steelers. We got some early camp. Let's go, Jack. Let's see what's
All
up.
right. Hike the damn ball. I suppose we don't have a quarterback.
Jack, how we doing?
Yeah.
It's, still Mason Rudolph.
That's hilarious.
Still Mason Rudolph. I fired up the old PlayStation 5 yesterday.
Oh,
I
yeah?
put Rodgers on the Steelers. Oh, I was dicing. Absolutely going off.
Is that good?
Yeah,
I
you're
was
cooking.
going off. Yeah, I was
Oh.
cooking.
You weren't cooked, but you
Yeah.
were cooking.
I was cooking. DK Metcalf, like 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh,
Who are you
nice.
playing?
The Ravens.
Come on.
I don't believe it.
Ravens? Wow. I'm going to have to adjust my forecasts.
In fairness, they're not good against the dicing. They're susceptible to dicing.
Last year they were. Yeah, that's fair. Cavalry game day. They're in Toronto to play York.
I got to chop the dicer. You got that?
The chop the dicing.
For what?
For the vegetables and stuff.
Slop chop?
Chop.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That guy got in some trouble, eh? Ooh, he was doing some trolls.
Yeah.
Perv, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Did a lady of the night just beat the tar out of him? That's what happened on that one.
I don't really.
I don't think we want to dig into this story.
All right,
Fast.
match day, 6 p.m. They're on the road, so a little early.
We're
our
intrepid
time.
reporters, but
York Lions Stadium. And what else can we tell you? Hey, there's watch parties. Get this. You're down south, down by your neck of the woods, fellas. Kildare's.
go and have the mussels.
Yeah, real good there.
Oh, Dean.
And you'll love this.
The toast and the sauce. Oh,
It's all these free plugs we're giving out here.
Let's watch party for the Cavs.
it's not free. He's getting all kinds of shit. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's working out real good for.
Don't have to wait in line at the ship anymore, Dean. Come on. Obviously. Let's keep moving. Florida, some guy won a lottery and he got a very Florida headline. This is the whole thing because the service $1 million thing that wrapped up yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
If
Free plug.
if you won $1 million, something like this might happen. The $167 million Powerball winner charged with kicking Florida cop in the face at resort days later with girlfriend aptly named Jacqueline Fightmaster. Do you want to go ahead and pronounce that name for us, Jack? This was a good one tonight.
Jacqueline Fightmaster.
Jaqueline is what you got.
Jaqueline.
High school, hey? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
167.
That's a lot.
That's almost as much as the 50-50 at the Oilers games.
Well, American, that's the
They
difference.
love a
Once you-
50-50.
with the
Gotcha,
exchange.
Yeah. It's part of their identity, right?
Yeah.
It's like the truck nuts, the 50-50s.
It's good for charity, I guess, because I think that's what
Damn
they're doing.
right.
The
It
100
half.
zeros are better for
If
charity.
one of the
50s is
50s
pretty
goes to charity.
Yeah. Then how much do you get if you win it?
good. Oh, good question. Whatever's left, I
It's
guess.
hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I'd be kicking no cops and no faces.
No, I wouldn't. Or being with Jay Quillen.
Rhett's having a rough day today. He's got the CTE fog. At least you're not having this guy's day. Let's go to some cricket, fellas.
Right in the nads.
Bite.
Gonna have some
And that wasn't
CTE
because
there.
he missed the ball drive.
Missed the ball, did he? Next pitch. Oh, it's number 2. Oh, it's here.
Do you wear a cup in cricket?
I hope you
Wouldn't
are.
you?
I don't know.
If you are, it's still hurt.
I'd start if I was that jackass.
Oof, and
Is
That's-
rocking help? Is that?
he's just,
I thought you had to
that's
bounce,
3.
jump.
It's the same. No, is it? It's called an at bat. What do we
Is
call
it the same, dude?
Aren't you out
It's the
after you
same.
swing, or do you need 3 strikes?
He's got a certain number of balls and the wickets.
Well,
and
he
such.
doesn't anymore. His balls are
Yeah,
gone.
so
They're
it's
all-
Clack.
Purplish hue.
Right in the plums.
Plums. Red and plums.
So juicy.
Now, Rhett was getting a little banged up with his buddies last night at the bar.
Hey, Red, you were out
And,
last night with your buddies.
I'm
At
getting
the,
out.
And look at this in the background here. Look at him in the back. And he says, this guy is this someone's giving me some attitude. Let's take a look. What that doesn't realize is it's a mirror thing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
Is he that loaded?
Yeah, he's got to be.
That's old man drunk.
Yeah, that's
too,
really,
eh? It's
really
2
old
in the
man drunk.
afternoon, and he is shittered.
And the boys at the table are like, just
Look
pretend
at
we're
Comey's hanging out.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Is that one of the guys that
he went for
went
the
after Biz Nasty?
Yes, that's one of the pikeys.
It's one of those gypsies. That's Houston's in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh, he goes through the Aaron Ekblad forearm shiver. Look at that shiver, shiver, shiver. Oh,
that's
oh,
that's
oh,
deep south there. They've got the fans going.
Yeah,
It's
the
yeah,
palm
it's
trees.
very. It's
Is that
sweaty.
Bartender's Week in the Keys? Is that
That's
where-
the guy before he kicked him a cop in the face.
That's right. With
Jay
Jay Quillen. That's your Pinder Report on a Friday, boys.
All new in stock inventory on the ground is MSRP always. Always MSRP.
Serp.
Yeah. Pre-owned vehicles, they want them. You'll receive payment in 24 hours if you get that deal done. Limited time, no obligation. I mean, who knows? Maybe in a week from now you'll go in. I've got a used vehicle. I'm sorry, we're no longer in the used. I'm guessing it's not going to happen, but
I doubt it. I saw a
Get your
Honda
money now.
yesterday on the highway. Look, zoom,
So
zoom
what?
fast.
zooming.
Zoom, zoom.
Okay.
This is really cooking.
Yeah, they sell those kind. Village Honda and villagehonda.com.
This should be vote life.
Yeah, we don't say that as much anymore. Eh?
And sometimes it comes and goes. It's been a while since we had a kangaroo on the Pinder Report, too.
Yeah,
Jack.
God. Can't wait. Now, see, this is he'll jump right through. We criticized him for trying to be a little more sports specific. and now he's gonna.
Wasn't some
blast.
guy giving you shit on Twitter the other day? I thought I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's like, this is getting out of hand. The dumb stuff's taken over. It used to be about sports. I'm like, I just went back through YouTube, 20 minutes of sports yesterday, 3.5 minutes dumb stuff. He's like, I'm sorry, I may have overreacted.
We all have shitty days.
Hey, that happens
Jack.
to all of us.
We all have bad days.
It's funny. That's kind of how it happens when people are kind of you go back and say, well,
It's just audit.
I hear you're
Yeah.
I hear you're upset, and here's your complaint. Would you like to talk about it? You know what? Not really.
Gosh, I was just upset. if
I
I'm
just really
being
kind of like
honest.
things.
Yeah.
So I like the show. You guys, I kind of like it. It's not really what you were saying.
Somebody called me grandpa the other day.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
No, somebody else.
Really?
What?
It happened again?
As a joke. Oh, hey, grandpa.
Oh, because they saw the
Yeah, the
clip. Jack.
See, that's going to clips you want, right? Because you weren't saying anything about the players.
No, because then I got to kick him in the face for beaking me.
Maybe we need to put out some clips about how you got a huge hog or something.
Yeah, the big unit spend.
Hey?
Say some nice things for like 2 minutes, Redden.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
clip it
Sullivan's
and-
done a hell of a job in Pittsburgh, and he's going to be very welcome. And with Drury bringing in, what a turnaround the Rangers are going to have.
Mm.
They struggled last year, but they got things straightened out now, and I got a really good feeling about how the Rangers are going to perform next
What about Marc-Andre Fleury?
year. Yeah, wonderful human being. Met him once with Jay McKee down at Joey Tomatoes in Eau Claire. Had
Mhm.
a couple beers. Great story. What a laugh this guy has.
Yeah.
If you get an opportunity to hang out with this man, you take it and you run with it. He is first class all the way.
He's going to love it in Minnesota.
Is that enough or one more?
Yeah, one more.
One more?
No, I'm done.
Who else is in the news?
Do you feel like it's a disappointment for the Ottawa Senators, or has it been a great
I think
season?
it was a growing year for Ottawa. Even halfway through the season, it looked like things were a little bit squeamish.
Mhm.
Allmark wasn't as good as we hoped to start the season. Came around. We need Allmark to play up to his potential, but man, the core of that team just looks like they're ready to take off. And I'll tell you what, with that owner willing to do what it takes, I think it's nothing but golden roads ahead.
Golden
Smooth
roads.
sailing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more if I may. What a coup for Team Canada to get Mackenzie Weegar to captain the team again.
Is
Potentially.
he the captain?
He
Oh,
did 2 years.
what
ago.
you couldn't have a better choice. He's led the Flames. He's not wearing the C in Calgary, but he's very well could be. He works his tail off,
Yep.
game in, game out, sets the tone for the organization. What a choice for Team Canada. Go get him Worlds.
Leads by example. Doesn't need the letter. That's the kind
Yeah,
of
that's just who he is.
Yeah.
It's not there for the fame.
those leadership qualities. Try and look past those. You can't do it.
Can't look past him.
Go ahead and use those, Jack.
Let's go ahead and clip those.
That's got to be enough. Okay, good.
Jack, people see this, are they going to just click through it and watch it? Or
Yeah, that it's boring.
Next.
What has happened here? It's not the show I've come to know.
This guy's hammered.
I can't believe we're doing drugs right on the show.
Yeah, he was
We
huffing
should
gas.
have Muskin and get him to smoke weed with us.
I feel like he's busy. He's got a lot on his plate.
Nah,
He's got a lot of kids.
he just sleeps on the floor.
Yeah,
Does he?
Where were we at?
he's unique.
Can we go?
I want to tell you about the hearing loss clinic because what are you waiting for?
Well, it's affecting your
Because you
life.
want to be able to hear us.
We've been telling you that you probably have. There's a chance maybe I have some hearing loss. Then you should be going.
Remember when you
to
used
see
to
them.
walk with the boombox?
Yeah, I had that huge, massive
Mm.
ghetto blaster that I would
Ghetto?
hold up to my ears.
Double cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did serious damage, as it turns
You
out.
might
really?
not have expected it to, but
Yeah.
it's
That
starting to show up.
Grandmaster flash that I had
Oh.
cranked.
I said a hip hop, a hip to the hip to the hip, hip hop. You don't stop.
But I went to the hearing loss clinic and we got things figured out. Now I have hearing assistance and it has made all the difference in the world. And the thing is, health risks like dementia, depression, others linked to untreated hearing
Don't want
loss.
that.
So
It's the best of both worlds for you, Dean, because when you don't want to hear something, pop that out.
yeah, just take them out. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have my headset.
And now you don't get to miss Rhett's warm takes.
Luke.
Red hot.
But he's really just
Sizzlers.
Rhett's friendly sizzlers.
Yeah, time for the Sizzlers. We used to do the Sizzlers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
5 hearing loss clinics in Calgary, including the new Schnook location. 5 in BC as well. Cranbrook, Creston, Fernie, Golden, and Invermere. Helping you hear better, simply their way of helping you live better. Book an assessment today, hearingloss.ca.
Oddly enough, that's right beside the place that I mentioned, the ad that I heard on the radio that I always skip.
Right,
past
yeah,
and
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stand.
It's out there for sure. Let's do our bets. Bet 365.
I should do some bets. You've been doing them all lately.
Yeah, well, anytime you want to
Busy.
lend a hand, that'd be great.
Want to get in the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs at Bet365? They got you from game props, player props, totals, and the money line. You could even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, the Stanley Cup champions, and much more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get in the game. Official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, must be 19 or older.
One game tonight. We can show you maybe the odds for the whole game, Jackie. Is that the move here? No, we're going right to the bets. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Cal Connor been good.
That bottom. There you go.
2 points plus 185. I like the over here. The last 2 games in Winnipeg. There's only one game through 5 of them that it's actually the unders hit. Fowler and Bushnevich combined for like 9 points in the 2 games in St. Louis.
Wow, that's unbelievable. If only I had a thing to.
9.
Maybe even more than 9, but I think 9 is probably the one we wanted to.
Sure.
Yeah. A little bit here, a little bit of there.
Hmm.
You have the game odds by chance, Jacko, or no? See those, because I know Rhett wants to get in, and Rhett doesn't trust me or like me, so he can make his own bets. It's the beauty of Bet365. You don't take Pinder's bets. Jets even money. Blues slight favorites. Spread. Okay, big numbers there. 5.5 year over under.
Dean, who are you going with?
Homer series thus far.
It feels like the Blues are going to force a 7 here.
Yeah. All right.
It's the Connor Hellebuck. Do you want to win the series on your own, or are we going to have to go back to Winnipeg to do this? That's what it feels like for me. If he wants to be the best player on the ice, they can win tonight. He hasn't really been that good this series, though.
No, he was terrible.
Let in like 1 billion goals in St. Louis. Plus, Gruden's going to be there.
I'm going with Chuck.
With the Lethbridge Hurricanes now finished, Braden Yeager has
Good
joined
call.
the
He
Jets.
didn't have that good a year.
No,
He wasn't as impressive as he needs to be. Saskatoon kid, Dean.
Tough clip for Braden now. That one's going on.
No, I just
Internet.
listen. I was a big fan.
Rhett Warner. It comes down hard on Jets prospect.
Jets call up Yeager, but former NHLD says
Warner not convinced.
he's the shits.
That's how you go viral in the world today, boys.
Yeah. So there you go. That's a look at the Pinder stuff. And like, you're free to do whatever you want to do.
What's out there? Going to jump on a Blue Jays home run. They're rare and unique. If you ever hit one, it pays well.
There you have it.
Mhm.
Be 19 or older. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Let's look at this Jaeger fellow.
Yeah. That's right. We got the Friday Super Chat. Money going today to the Youth Centers of Calgary, as we do every day. We appreciate the donations coming in. Helping out the kids. Today's Ute in our
Kids,
city.
eh?
Happy Friday, boys, from Toast for Charity. This is the person who's been kind of coming in with trying to get us to, give love to the Oilers.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
I don't know.
Totes.
Totes for charity.
Totes.
And they got a
totes.
tote, like a thing in the
Yeah, I think it's pitcher.
$25 is $25, guys.
It's for the kids. Happy Friday, indeed.
Happy Friday, indeed. Thank you. for
Glorious
that.
day out there, Totes.
Appreciate that.
Totes, make sure you're putting on some sun protection there. There's SPF. Let's go.
Wolf for Carter. Brad Stokes, $10.
My boy Stokes.
Not sure that's going to happen, but
Well, he's going to be nominated. But yeah, the winning it's going to be really hard.
you think that's what he's saying? Wolf for Calder nomination?
Nah, I kind of think he wants the
He
upset.
probably wants the win, eh?
Yeah, he wants the
I do too, because I might have.
Yeah, we're leveraged on that pretty good.
I think it's going to happen.
Good luck, Stokesy.
Maybe Lane Hudson gets caught with something in his urine. Oh, he was cheating all year. Yeah, he can't win.
Hmm.
Probably too late for that.
It's not
Probably.
nice to say.
So there you go. That's
That's it?
Super Chat.
Well, that was better
How
than
did
I
your,
expected. I was feeling pretty crappy coming.
How'd your
in.
consulting go yesterday?
Salting. Oh, yeah.
It
big
was
call.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Always
quick
a
can
good
the Penguins get you in?
Nope.
So there's no direct flights to Pittsburgh from here with Jack, if I'm correct. That's right. So who's
I
on?
don't do
How you rounding out
Too
your
many
staff?
hills and the road systems are the shits.
You and Jay McKee. Who else is going to be?
Jay might go. Former Penguin.
Bring you.
Former Penguino. Him and the flower. Can you imagine that?
God, I'm sure Marc-Andre would be a great coach, but we need him on TV. It's a public service thing. We need him. We can't lose him. I don't want him in the bowels of the rink talking with goalies, not doing media work.
Don't you see him and Bobby like he
Miss Bobby too.
I know
the
Bobby's
thing.
going screw. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta
You know what
cook
he'll
him.
do? It's going to be one of those things. I'm going to take some time because I want to be with the family.
Right. Yeah.
And then you realize very quickly, it's like, whew,
Oh,
this
boy,
is a lot
I've
of time
taken some time. I'm ready now.
with the family. When's my next 8-day trip? There isn't one?
Oh, dear.
Okay.
See, that's why these management types, they got a cushy. They plan it out.
Hey, Dubas, when is your AHL team playing Coachella Valley? I'm going to Palm Springs. Get one of those scouting trips. eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta go watch this team and a squad. This kid. Kidding me?
There's this really top prospect in Brazil. I'm going to go for 3 months.
Yeah, hockey's really on the rise in Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, Robin Regier is Brazilian. We're going to find the next Regier. Let's go.
It's really good. Really good that way. What do you think, Jack? How was the show today? How was the week? How was the show?
Good week, good show.
How's our YouTubes doing?
YouTubes are good.
Yeah.
How's our Instagram?
Instagram's good.
Dumpster fire?
Do we have an Instagram?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Follow us on all the socials.
Definitely read all the comments
Like
too.
it.
There's a lot of really smart commentary that I think,
Well,
we can
I'm
reflect
starting
upon.
to wonder if the commentary is probably as smart as some of the things I've said in the last 10 days.
You know what, Rhett? You have to say things.
That's
your
right.
People
job.
don't have to comment. You can't just come in here and say nothing.
Nope.
You wouldn't be doing your job. You're
I
just doing
used to
your
do
job.
that. I liked that.
Coming in and doing
Bullshit,
nothing.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
When we had Brunt on, you just pass that for happening.
Yeah. Nodding off.
Looking at ranches in Wyoming before Yellowstone came out.
Yeah, you
God,
can think.
Kind of recipes. Good old days. That's the way I think of them.
He's been much better since we removed that computer screen in front of him. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a distraction.
It was, yeah.
Well, and some of the people you talk to in that old show, oh my God. Talk about people driving off the road,
Yeah,
falling
who?
asleep.
Name some
Any-
names.
I can't name names because then it'll be a hot clip.
We need one hot clip. Come on.
Screw
Yeah,
it.
one hot clip. Give us one little,
Gave you a hot
little
clip.
tasty tater here for the weekend.
Prick.
What would be something that's got your
Craw.
bee buzzing right now that we could get a hot take from you?
I know one, but it's a little offside. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For this,
Well,
You
I
gonna
look.
take a
I
shot
just-
at the shoveler, or she's not.
No, I was
Jack
just.
doesn't want.
I was just hoping that she and Jack have a great weekend.
okay. I think there's a button I push, right? Are we done, Jack?
Yeah, we're probably done.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
No.
No. All right.
That's too bad.
You really wish you could stretch it
Oh,
out today.
Come on,
It's
Rat.
so good.
Just getting warm. He's just getting ready, just shaking the fall.
There's a lot of caffeine in my coffee. today
Really?
Because I was not. I was happy to sit here and just nod off.
You know what?
What?
First star of the show. Rhett
Good
Warren.
show today, bud.
Well,
Really
thanks.
good. Fought through, played injured. That's
Yeah.
what leaders do.
You were
Good
very
memory.
engaged with Dregs.
Well, you wear walleye fishing like
Yeah.
Come on.
no kidding.
Fighting walleye, yeah.
I
Yeah.
should go fishing this weekend. I never do anything. We should do something for ourselves, Dean.
What was the thing you said about if you don't
If you don't do stuff,
yeah,
you don't do stuff.
right.
God,
That actually,
you can
good
use
time to bring it
that.
up. I'm actually going to be away for a few days coming up here next week and into the week after.
Yeah, good. Do some stuff, would you?
Well,
I'm going to do stuff.
Where are you going?
Don't say you're
we're
staying.
not
in
allowed
here.
to know.
You want to see the triplets in Wyoming?
Yeah, you got even better seats.
Are
and
you going to
tickets.
Australia to see Rhett's twins?
It's not the triplets in Great Falls, but it's close.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
it's kind
You
of
can't say
Come
no
on.
to your daughter. You
no.
literally-
This is different.
Okay, this is for you.
Yeah,
I feel better then.
yeah.
You need something for Boomcat.
Why don't you ask us
Ask what?
to come along?
Oh God.
Because you never, ever, ever want to.
Well,
No. He offered you to come to Buffalo to watch a game, and you shot him down the other day. Dean, come on. don't be
George
fair.
Strait, Chris Stapleton,
Right.
Buffalo.
All I asked was,
the Bisons.
are they playing anywhere closer to Calgary? And you took that as I didn't want to go to Buffalo.
It didn't sound like you wanted to go.
It's
Like,
Jack,
is
did it
he
sound
in?
like you wanted to go?
Is he in Vegas? Like
It's
closer?
in Miami. Well, it's not Miami. It's
Not-
Hollywood,
not
Florida.
closer.
Hollywood, Florida.
Right.
Yeah, but it might be more.
Attractive.
Your
Yeah, but
pace.
we could go
Appealing?
walleye fishing, salmon fishing. We could fish the Great Lakes. We could hit a Jays game
Bisson.
and George Strait.
Shot him down pretty good.
Actually,
It's
you're not
hurt.
invited now.
See, it's
Uninvited.
I'm in, right?
No.
Okay.
You and the shoveler are busy. We
I'm
booked
leaving
you.
the shoveler
Not
at
after.
home, so you're going to have to.
after what you've done.
I booked you guys the honeymoon suite. I'll be staying over here.
Where are you going? And I have a question before you're allowed to push that
Oh,
button. I'm going to
okay.
drag it out like you did to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Where are you
Like I
going?
do to you.
It's good for the goose. It's
You
good for the
tried to-
gander, Dean.
You
Hey?
tried to ruin my consultation.
Yes.
yesterday.
Yeah.
That breast implants he was getting.
$100,000 on the line. Not costing you that kind of dough.
I know a guy.
No, you have to answer. I
What?
asked your question. Where are you going?
I am going to Saskatoon.
Oh, God.
Toontown. Is
I'm
this
not-
the? I know what you're doing.
What are you doing there?
He's going on tour. He's gonna go see a guy on tour.
I'm catching some shows on the road.
Who?
He's on.
Well, I can't say because then
the
people are going to
Bellamy
buy
bro-
tickets to come and see me.
The Bellamy brothers are here next weekend.
Are they?
I thought
Let
we'd
your
go to
love
that.
flow, Jack, like a bird on a wing.
He loves.
Who are you going to see?
You can't say.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
I'm going to see Jason Isbell.
It's
I don't know who that is.
Isbell. Oh, I went to Nashville last year to see him at the Ryman.
and he's touring through
He's
Western
doing a
Canada.
Canadian thing.
Yeah.
What
So
are
I'm
you,
like,
buddies?
I'm going to go and watch some shows.
You're going to skip our show to go watch Jason Isbell in Saskatoon?
Are you on the tour bus?
This is just like going to Chicago in February.
Well,
Do
that
we
was
have to
it was to
straighten
see
you out?
him, but then I realized how expensive flights were, and it seemed like maybe you guys are right. Maybe February, Chicago,
Windy,
Yeah.
cold. Saskatoon and next week might be really nice.
and then it's he's
Or it might be crap. You just don't know. It's early.
it's true. Too early for the bugs, but
You
also could
won't
be really
have
miserable.
mosquitoes, Dean.
And we're giving you a no mosquito guarantee.
yeah. In fairness, I don't spend a lot of time outside.
You love to
It's an
tinker.
indoor, not an amphitheater.
Yeah, it's indoor.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I'll be indoors most of the time. There might be some walking from a vehicle.
Well, you'll
to a-
probably see some of my face. I mean,
Yeah,
A lot of his illegitimate children will be in their high
Well,
school years now.
some of my face splashed around Saskatoon.
Your offspring or
hometown
billboard?
Yeah.
of,
From here, played junior here.
This guy owes me
especially if
money.
it's in that building that I built.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
Yeah,
you're like that
it's
bear out
like
in
the
Banff,
NHL. We got close.
right? What was the name of that bear out in Banff?
The boss.
You're like the boss out there.
Sired 70% of the Saskatoon
70% of
kids.
the youth in Saskatoon.
Go to that high school. He's like, 2/3 are me, boys.
Big daddy
Never
here.
should have sent
Yep.
my DNA into
They're
that.
all
That's
walking
right.
around with huge upper lips and full beards.
Long arm graduating
Yeah.
class.
I
this
want to
year.
know enough of your BS. I want to know what you got her. Yesterday, you're under strict
Oh.
orders. A delivery was required.
Lunch.
And I want to know, was it Wendy's, A&W, Boogie's Burgers down the street? I know it was a burger request.
Well, you'll
What do we
like
got?
this.
What do we got here?
My daughter texted, Dad, I'm hungry. I want some. Don't you have a lunch? Yeah, but I don't like it. So she wanted me to bring her
a
food.
good one.
I didn't. I didn't take her. I said,
Push the button.
Can you just, but listen, this is, you like it. It was kind of a big deal
Playing hardball.
because I actually said no.
Right.
Both mom and everybody's like, you didn't bring her food? Like, no, I didn't. Wow. Look at you really standing up for yourself.
What did you do, though?
Then you made it up.
What did
Well,
you
but
do?
then we had to go. It was softball last night. Can we get a smile cookie? Yeah, we can probably go get you a smile cookie. I feel bad for not bringing you,
Sorry about the lunch there.
bringing you some lunch. I'm really sorry.
You're
about
still
that.
You
mad.
had a split second of, I'm not a slave to your.
That's
and-
right.
And then immediately after, you're like, well, why didn't I just take?
How
her
about a
to
smile
work?
cookie? Okay, yeah, we could probably do that, sweetie.
I'm sorry for not bringing you with.
Was lunch okay? Was it okay? I'm really sorry.
Are you hitting the cultural capital on that tour?
Yeah, maybe.
Kelowna?
Missing that one. Going to Vancouver.
Why are you watching
Wow,
so
that's a
many?
lot.
I don't know. It was one of those
You're
because you hear
weird.
people do this. I
That's
look
not what people do. They
Grateful
go,
Dead. I go and watch this.
Oh, Isbell?
Have you been to that
Isbell.
venue in Vancouver? Orpheum? It's
No.
unreal. You'll
Yeah?
love it. Yeah. Gorgeous old ballroom.
Oh, so good. Jack,
I understand it's
these
stupid. I
two
get
are
it. I'm not saying
assets.
It's awesome.
I'm
Can
not
you-
saying, hey,
Jack,
look
can
how
you push?
cool
Let's
I
go
am.
for a drink.
All right. He's going to drink with Jack. See you Monday. He's gone.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you are you finished?
Hey, say hi to the shoveler for me, would you?
Oh,
Jack can.
wow. See you, buddies.